So, if you're into the niche but growing world of Warframe decorating, Digital Extremes has made a contest for you to refresh your backrooms to the theme of the Chinese Year of the Horse. On this channel we love predicting the winners of any building contest. People made and touched up their backrooms for this event and posted their work into the official forums, with results being announced on an upcoming prime time. I was joined by the hotshot IKEA framer PyroRock9876 to make these predictions. Go and subscribe to their channel for tons of building content. We would both like to express that these aren't the official results, but just two guys with their own opinions predicting them during a live Twitch stream. Speaking of contests, we have our own dojo contest live to make something from the world of TV and movies. Check out the link video and make some cool stuff and get involved. Join our Discord, link up with other decorators, share your work, and get tips and tricks on how to take your builds to the next level. And good luck to everyone who submitted in this contest. It was amazing to see what you came up with. There were a lot of creative submissions. I'm a bit of an anxious person. Alright, so should we move over to the actual main page that we're going to? So,
yep, let's do it.
Yeah. Right. Oh, perfect. So, we have 2 pages. So, before we get going, Pyro here obviously is featured on the Warframe forum post for this contest. So basically they have a Year of a Horse backroom showcase contest, and the challenge was to basically refresh your orbiter. And Pyro,
your backroom,
backroom, yeah. See, this is why we need a new term. This is why we need a new term for overall decorating, because I use the term orbiter to be a overall branch of all the different types of personal quarters decorating. So yes, but your backroom, and it's written right there because reading is tough in this server, as we know. Yeah, Pyro, go through the contest for us. So obviously you're not a participant for this one, and
that's right. So I wasn't allowed to participate because they featured my Leon vendor guide, which is very nice of them. But I got the first place prize just as like a compensation for that, which is so you could say that I've already won the contest.
Wow, so humble.
But yeah, this is the this year's backroom showcase. There was a contest around May, June last year, which didn't have a theme. This time we do have a theme, which is Year of the Horse. If you scroll down just a little bit, there's this list of like theme ideas. Some pretty solid ones here, like red and gold accents, lantern light, fireworks and sparks. And then also some kind of more vague, kind of vibey stuff like movement and motion, open space, travels and speed. You know, very
letting
very
go
zen.
of the old.
Letting go of the past.
I love how that's a theme. I just love how that's a theme.
Awesome. Yeah. So this contest closed 2 days ago from the time of recording, 6th of March.
Yes.
We've got 22 total submissions. The submissions were all in the form of photos, no videos for this one.
Yeah. Up to 5 images, by the way, so you could only
up
put
to
up to 5 images.
Mm-hmm. So me and Faith here, we're going to go through each of the submissions. We're going to give our thoughts on them. I think give them a score based on a few criteria we've got outlined on a little Google sheet here.
Yeah. We'll move over to that in a second, but we'll say that there are prizes on the line as well, and hopefully their results are on an upcoming prime time. Hopefully, let me look at my calendar. It should be on the 12th, or if it's delayed, the 19th at the latest, when we will probably hear back. So you've got the first place picks up Valban Heirloom and 1,000 Plat and the Year of the Cave Collection, and second wins Platinum and the Year of the Cave Collection, just descending numbers of Platinum as we go down. And yeah, just general rules as well. It has to be original work, so no copies, no AI generated images, because DE are very anti-AI, which is great. And yeah, it basically based on creativity and image quality. So you know, making sure that
that's how we're going to be judging now. We are mainly going to be our categories for judging will be creativity. So that's how original, how unique, how eye-catching the idea is. Skill level, which is, in our opinion, what level of decorating skill would you need to have to accomplish a build like this. Theming, which is how closely it sticks to those theme outlines we talked about earlier. And then image quality is just taking nice screenshots. So having the HUD hidden, not having the red highlight on the objects, not having your frame counter showing, just stuff like that. To give a total score out of 30. It's also worth mentioning.
Image quality.
It's also worth mentioning. Just before we start, you know, me and Faith do know quite a lot about decorating, and Faith especially has had a lot of success in previous contests. But this is still just our opinion. So, you know, if we give yours, if you're watching this and you've submitted and we give yours maybe a lower score, we don't think it's going to win, please don't take it personally. It's just our opinion. And when neither of us are involved in actually judging the real contest, it's going to be someone on these community teams, so they might think differently to us, you know?
But yeah, basically Pyro's made this spreadsheet here, and we've got all the entrants down here on the left-hand side, where they are on the page numbers, and then we're just going to mark down everything as we go along.
Yep. So, I think that's all the preamble we need to do. Let's get started. Hey, we're back. Right. Sorry about that, friends. We had some technical difficulties.
Yep. Thank you, UK government.
Keir Starmer came to Faith's house. He knocked the doors down. He said, no backroom submissions for you. You're not allowed.
Yep. Oh, wow. So we're just going to pick up where we started off. So basically, we have a spreadsheet here where we're going to basically look at each of the entries and rate them, and they're submitted on the forums here. And the very first one we was looking at was cat_party. So, Moment of Truth, my Imgur definitely now does work. So, thankfully, we can actually now look at them. So, thank you to Bitten as well, who also sent me the images as a backup as well, just in case it goes down. So, yeah, we're going to look at all of them.
Right, so first entry here by Cat Party. Yeah, I mean, in initial thoughts, it is, I would say, pretty sparsely decorated. It's safe to say. We're not exactly at maximum capacity here, and to be blunt, it's it's fairly basic as far as backrooms go.
Yeah, I think they've just recolored their orbiter mostly and added some tertiary decorations to give the red Chinese effect with some gold. So they have some of the theming right. I mean, the colors are right, but I don't think there's much with the actual way of decorating it for this contest. So yeah. So right, let's go to the spreadsheet. So I mean, out of 10, I mean, I would give maybe unfortunately, again, all these opinions are just opinions, a 1, because there's not really much creativity used at all. I think the same for skill level as well.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. It's I wouldn't this is absolutely.
I'll give them a 2 for theming, because they've tried to get the red on there as well, so they have at least tried to use the backroom settings to kind of get some of the vibe of the Chinese theme. And in terms of image quality, I mean, they've got a couple with the Warframe in it, but some of them are good, so I'll give them a 3.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we've also got some HUD in a few.
Oh yeah, so I mean, I'd put 1 again, just because I think.
Yeah.
So if you're gone, Pyro. Sorry.
Yeah. So if you're unaware, the way to do this is either to take these screenshots in Captura, which you could just hide the HUD by pressing the button. But if you don't want to spend the standing to buy the Captura scene, and you want to take your images just in the decorating camera, you turn off HUD in your game settings. That will hide the menu on the bottom right corner. You then look at an item that's going to be off screen for that screenshot. You go into constrained movement, and that way when you turn back to take your screenshot, it won't highlight any items that you're pointing at in red. That's how to take clean screenshots.
Yep. So yeah, it's a nice attempt. It's good that they've submitted, but it's very low quality compared to some of what we'll see throughout the rest of the showcase. So maybe 1 again on the image quality because of the HUD, and I think that there have been better ways to present, so we'll keep it that. Right, the next one is
PolybiusTerminus.
Yes, one of us can
Bro,
read.
bro sounds like a space marine.
Yep. He's getting called up to serve the Emperor, yeah. I think the images are just embedded into their
they
one.
are.
I think this is for one. Oh, it's not the AI edited one, but right, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 images. Let's have a little look. So the first one is of like a music stage.
Yeah, so they've used the wooden planter from Velimir to make a little stage. Nice use of the Oricon planter from Grandmother as spotlights, and it's actually a miniature scale one, because you can see it's kind of scaled to the articular, which is a neat idea.
That's fun. Right. Then they've got their like downstairs area here, which is again very. This looks like a dojo build when people make stuff in the Entrati lab and they just play stuff. Weirdly, this is the classic Cetus market build I see all the time. They've got the
it's got that vibe.
They've got the glyph over here on the wall, the Year of Horse glyph. They've got lots of red chairs and some spices, and the Kuva
like the
as
previous entry, they've set the wall color to red to try and fit the theme. The yellow curtains fit in with that as well.
The next one is just another variant of that screenshot, obviously just more of the sky with the hanging planters off the cable, which is there. And then they've got the row throne above the arsenal as well. Right.
Yep. Lots of floating candles. They definitely took advantage of Barrow when he had the candles last Halloween. I didn't get my hands on any of those. I was busy that weekend, unfortunately. But we can also see the alternative if you want candles, but you didn't pick up any of those. The Sylph seed pod from Acrithis makes a good substitute as well.
Yep. They have a kitchen next to it. Hey, Pyro, what's that grey column sticking out of a wall?
Don't even get me started.
I don't know what that. Pyro, can you help me? What item is that? Yeah.
I'm really not sure.
Everyone's favourite.
It's really stumping me, that one.
And then the last image is just of again more of the ceiling with all the candles as well. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got more to it than the first entry that we saw.
Absolutely.
So let's head over to the side of things. So creativity, I mean, bearing in mind we're going to see quite a lot of good entries in this contest. So
that's the thing. If it sounds like we're being harsh now, it's because we're bearing in mind some of the later entries that we're going to look at here.
Yeah, I mean, I think 2, 3 at most would be what I score for this as a creativity, because it's very case of that they've just been placing items just to fill the space, which isn't very creative, and we'll see some of the creativity that other people have brought in some of the other entries. I think it's the same relative skill level, maybe a little bit less because it's just been placing items down. So 2, 3 max, probably bordering on
I give them a 3. I mean, there is some clipping that's been used to make the stage with the planters.
Yeah, that was fun. The theming, I think, is the same for 2. I think they've just gone for the general color palette that we saw in the last one.
We got the horse glyph as well.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, but they had a dagger one in their other images for the first entry, so I think it's the relative same kind of thing. And there's not much to it because it's just in that one downstairs space. There's no focal point or anything other than that kind of links it to the theme. But I mean, it's a solid effort. Just I don't think it's that theme very well compared to, again, what we see later on. And in terms of image quality, they've done a lot better of a job here. Let me double check if they did.
So we've got no HUD visible. Some of the angles they've chosen are fairly nice. I like the angle with the kitchen. When they've shown the kitchen, they've also shown some of the stuff in the main room, like at the background. That's a nice angle. So I'd give them a solid 4 for image quality.
Yeah, same. So people are going to score a lot of points on that one because it's just basically have they presented it well, and that will always go a long way to the overall judging of the contest, I'm sure of it. But yeah.
All right, let's move on to contestant number 3, Avynire or Avynire.
I won't say Avynire, just because we're British. Right.
So, first thing to note about this one, it has got some image editing going on, where we've got the Lotus's head and Stalker's head edited over these warframes.
Yeah, so it's post-edited. So
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, there wasn't a rule against edited screenshots. Equally, this is a decorating contest, not a Photoshop contest, you know?
Of course. Have they also done it for some of the other proto frames, or is it... Wait, can the Articulers get the Gemzsie skins on them? In the final image, they've got like a sauna with Aoi doing something to one of the little Martian flutes.
Yeah. I can't tell if there's a way to do that in Captura. It could be a Captura with multiple people, but I think there was... Because look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there is some editing
whole of the
involved
hex,
there as well. So what we're going to do here is we're going to disregard any of the edited bits and just look at the decorations.
Yep. Which is what they'll do in an official contest, by the way. They just won't look at the part that goes against it. So the first image, I don't think has any editing. To the top left, is that like a horse head on top of a little stand?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's not immediately clear, but they've used a few Ayatan sculptures to create a horse head. That is a kind of what give it away. It's a very interesting idea. I also like this rock feature that they've sculpted and using that's the rings of the condor sprout clipped in sideways as little waterfalls. That's actually very smart. That's very smart use of that item.
I think it could be better presented if they had more of a focus on the actual statue with the cave picture in the background, because I mean it kind of hides the main focal point a little bit. So again, there's a better way to present that, unless there's obviously something behind the cave that isn't meant to be seen. But then they've obviously will disregard the edited image, even if it's got like the cave lantern, but there'll be another lantern in the third image, which has the coffee table with the poster on it with the TV, and the lantern's cool. I really like the lantern.
Yeah, it's 4 Entrati settees radialed, and then you've got a Zaraman flush mount light in the middle, but then the curved legs of the settee are clipping slightly through the flush mount light to get that diamond pattern in the middle. Very clever design. That's
very cool. They've obviously got the light coming off the Avynire plant. Yeah, it's a solid little area. Then they've got the bar, which has the Warframe or another Articular. Again, they've got an Aoi. Oh, it's not Aoi. Is that a Letty? Hold on.
No, that's an Aoi behind the bar. So that I'm pretty sure that could be done with just in Captura with a friend, right? One of you plays Mirage, one of you plays Aoi.
Could be.
But regardless, we'll just look at the bar itself, which is nice. We've seen this upside down Zaraman beaker trick for the martini glasses before. But it's a very nice trick.
It's still very clever.
I do like seeing it. It is a great trick.
We've got the little floofs on the side. Again, just posters there. They've got the glyph of a horse on the bar, which is a nice little detail. I like
off screen. We've got a note beacon that's casting that light shaft down on the bar. That's a good highlight.
Yeah. It's apparently not Letty's body. It's edited. So. Yeah, we'll move past. But it's this one here. Obviously, we've got the Lotus image in here, which obviously it definitely looks edited. So, because I mean, it's tough.
We can just, I'd say we just ignore the Warframes, but still look at any decorating things in here, because we've got a Tributor. We've got a Note Beacon hot tub. We've got another rocky feature behind with a waterfall. We've got some hanging lanterns made with Entrati Ottomans off a tree. The Kome statue shrine thingy fits nice in the corner there.
I'm surprised I didn't use one for my submission, that Kumai statue. Very on theme, but it's also very cap intensive.
Yeah, that is a 100 cap item, unfortunately. Overall, I wish this submission didn't have the edited heads and Warframes in it, because otherwise I think it could potentially get an honourable mention, but.
Yeah, the lanterns are cool and creative. I think that they've presented it well enough. I mean, their creativity is probably a little bit more than the last one. I'll go a 4 for creativity, but that also docks points because of the fact that they've edited images, and I'm not too sure if they're going to include them into their judging. It's a tough one because they have said that there's no AI editing involved as well, so they might not know if it's been edited with Photoshop or anything after. I think the lack of clarity on the rules there might allow it in, but it might also be they can't do that kind of thing with the contest, because it's not it's a capture contest, but it's not a post-edited contest. So normally they do say that there are an edited and unedited category. So maybe in future contests, they add a sign saying it has to be, unedited images as well. I mean, you could also say that the whole thing of it being original work could also go against them, because it's not original when you're having to do post-editing afterwards to get what you want in the screen. I know the vibe that they're going for. They obviously want to show a busy orbiter, but those things won't be in that orbiter. Backroom, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
The tongue keeps tying.
So for skill level, I would give it a 4. There is some creative clipping there with the lanterns. There is use of tributors. There's the Condor Sprout waterfalls. You know what? I might bump it up to a 5 actually for skill level.
The actual little fountain was the best bit, and they just didn't present it that well. But I will acknowledge it is a little horse. You've got the little ears and the tufts of the mane that go down it. So that's fine.
Theming it is quite on theme. We've got red and gold. We've got a horse. I'd give it a good 3 out of 5 for that. Yeah.
It's in zones though, so it's not the whole thing. It's more the themes being incorporated into the build, as opposed to the build being themed for this contest specifically. But anyway, in terms of image quality, I'm actually going to give it a 3 or 2 because of the editing. A part of me wants to give a 2 because they've edited it, but a point for the fact that they've added a couple images. If they had framed the horse one better, I would be giving it a 3 because it kind of hides the details of what you're wanting to show, and presenting it is important. But the edited nature of it bumps it down on points, so that's how we'll reflect that. I think 2 or 3.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Right. Owning power.
Next up, we've got Owning Power 2053. Someone we've spoken to on the Discord before, I think.
Yeah, I'm convinced we've got a showcase on our channel. We have tons of showcases on our channel. If you go to the Orbiter Backroom side, I think Mad filmed their Orbiter a while ago. If I can, I will actually link it on screen now, so you can have a little look at it. But I definitely recognise the name. They may be on our Discord. I think they are. So yeah, very intriguing.
So we've got a wood and Duviri green themed room. They've cut off the lower. They've made 2 floors, so we've got quite a low roof on the lower floor, and then I think that's shot in the 3rd images of the upper floor.
Yes, it is, because it's a bit darker on the floor.
Yeah, and you can see the glitched square on the floor in the 3rd image, which means it's placed higher up.
Mm-hmm. And then the main is, so that's the main Arsenal navigation area. So it's the navigation area where they've got the couch with the TV. How have they on one of the Articular statues next to the desk? Is that they've got like a little sealed off Articular with a red hex grid? Is that just a glyph? Would it be like an overlapping glyph or an image?
Yeah, it's an overlapping glyph, I believe. That is a quite interesting effect, actually.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same size. Yeah. It could also be 4 posters zoomed in on an area and it's been stitched together, or 4 glyphs. But yeah, no, very interesting. I quite like that.
Yeah, I will say I like the upstairs room is more visually interesting to me than the main room. What this looks like to me is a back room where the lower room was built before any of the 1999 items were added, and then the upstairs room was built after like the lockers and stuff were added. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah. Plasma said it's the glyph display. When you rotate it, it gives you the squares like that backside of the glyph display. So yeah, I thought it was, and it's got the red colour to it. The last image in the Helminth, is there anything specifically crafted into the Helminth soup? Because they've got the chair, which has been sealed off into that little display, and then they've got like a pattern in front of the Helminth. I wonder if that's just more just a puzzle of things. I'm just trying to see if it's a design.
It's a ton of floofs.
Yeah, it's Sorgor and it's Alpine Monitor and Flossy Sorgor floofs. But I'm just trying to see if it's of anything, in case we're missing a design. like on its side? Or something?
I can't see a shape in that. I'm looking for a horse shape somewhere in there, and I can't see. I think it's just meant to be a big pile of infested goop or like vomit from the mouth.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. And then it's got corrosive edges around it. That's really creative. Using for my god, the amount of grandmother farming for that alone just to get the.
Thankfully, the Glinort and the Sprongy, thankfully those can come up for cheap. I've seen those for just mother and father tokens before.
Bitten says it vaguely looks like a rose, but maybe it's up to interpretation. But that's quite clever. The upstairs is quite cool with the little staircase that goes up to the little room. The kitchen is fine. And then the upstairs is the green and a wood aesthetic. So yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it's a nice build. It does suffer a bit from overwood.
Yeah, overwooding.
Which is, you know, it's a very common problem that we run into, and it's partly just because we've seen so many builds at this point with the Zaraman wall panels.
These things.
This is still a very nice build though. It's by far the most completely decorated that we've seen out of the ones so far.
Yes. So we'll go back to
there's a real effort to change the layout of the space and actually build something not necessarily being just dictated by filling the existing room, but creating something new. So we always give credit for that.
So I kind of think this is a perfect example of a mid-tier example of they've built and filled the space. They're just lacking some of the more creative aspects and quality of it, like the skill level. So we've seen a lot of orbiters and backrooms that are more or less creative than this, which is fair. I'm just trying to see, because they've used the space, but it's also that there's a lot of negative space to this area as well, with overwooding and the fact that they're still reliant on a lot of the base assets of the room. But there is lots of creativity with like the articular, the stairs, the goop on the floor. 6 max if I'm being mega kind, but we have a bunch of other orbiters coming up that I think might fill that spot for being. Again, the helmet room is actually the most creative room, with the helmet vomit. But yeah, I think 5 is fair. 5, that's actually a really good median orbiter to see what's better or above that.
Backroom.
Yeah. Backroom.
I'm gonna correct you every time.
I need a counter every time I even said orbiters in a backroom. Oh my god.
So yes, I would give this 5 for creativity. Probably 5 for skill level as well.
Yeah. Skill is
now theming is kind of where this one suffers.
I don't think it's themed at all. I don't think
it fits the theme at all. Aside from the red wooden floor in the upper room, and that's just me stretching.
Yeah, if they had done a horse head in the helmet bit or something related to the New Year contest, I'd be all over it. I'd be like, that's actually super creative. But I can't see how this is themed at all. With this, are we doing 1s as the bare minimum? Like for
one as the bare minimum. I mean, and then image quality, honestly, I would give a 5 because each one has been presented really well. There's a clear this is what I want to show with this image, and I want to take in a decent amount of the room and get a sufficient amount of room detail into each shot.
Yep.
So this is really how you should be taking your screenshots, especially that wide-angled view of the upstairs room.
That's really good, yeah.
Lovely.
Also, these images, if you do it well, suspend you in disbelief for where am I in this particular space? So in some of these images, you would question where you were unless you were to be like a pro. Like the upstairs kitchen, for example, I wouldn't know where it was unless Pyro was there to tell me. They did say, who said it in the chat? HhallgrimH said they liked the idea of the open fridge as well. In the third image, the fridge
that
is actually
that
open.
is quite
Just thought
nice.
I would.
I did not notice that.
Yeah.
You know, I'll give them a bump up on creativity just for that. I'll bump them up to a 6.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Right, so that's fair. So next up we have.
I've just realised I've missed off a name. I've actually missed off a name.
Oh, right.
Okay, apologies. Right. Next one is SlainSilvain.
No, it's just a Imgur link. Right.
Yes.
I'm I'm just looking. So there's a lot of I think they're all articulars. So they've basically made a articular scene with one. Yeah, it's all articular. And then I think their main Warframe's the Umbra on the third picture here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have red walls again. There has been some attempt to match the theme. They have actually put a little text descriptor.
Yeah, for each of them. So the first one is moving forward together, moving as one, appreciating what we have, moving away from the past, rushing forward. So they're trying to link the image to the contest themes, because if we go back up to the tippy top, some of the themes were like open space, movement and motion, red and gold, letting go of the old, travels and speed. So they've been trying to create a captura scene that reflects that in the images. So, I mean, we'll discuss that when we look at the judging. They've obviously done a lot of aperture or like depth of field to kind of like just show the front focus of what you're looking at, which is a good use of captura.
I especially like the depth of field on the fifth photo, actually, with the atomocycle power slide. It actually gives the whole image a sense of like moving, being blurring forward, which also fits the theme of movement and speed.
Yeah.
But we do have to say, like, you know, in terms of decorating, this is very low skill.
Oh yeah, but
it's a few articular, a few posters, and some iotans.
Yeah, and I think it hurts the submission. I mean, it's somewhat creative to trying to get the vibe of it, and I think that because they may have not had the decos, they were like, okay, let's actually instead try and tell a story with the images. So let's go to the judging. In terms of creativity, they're trying to tell a story and they've used captura quite well. And is the bike? Can you bring that out, or is that an articular on the last one with the rushing forward?
There is no articular of it, so I'm assuming you can bring it out captura.
Interesting. I see. Just in case there's any editing, that's what I was mostly querying, but it doesn't look like it's edited because it's got the guy's Warframe. We said, I think this is the same kind of creativity as the first two, maybe the same as Polybus's one, where it's, I get the creativity, but there's no creativity in the build itself. It's very just reliant on just the theming. I think it's the same relative skill level as one because they've not placed much. Theming, I would
give a 4 because they've put a real effort in to match the theme, but at the same time, none of these builds are screaming Year of the Horse to me.
Yeah, it's more just links to the letting go of the old and the neutral themes. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. And image quality, I mean, they've done a good job of captura, but they also have hidden a lot of the details around the room to hide it, just to focus on here. So I think 4. I don't think they're. I think 4 is fair. They've good use of captura, but the use of the blurred background aperture kind of also hides, you know, the details that they're going for. It's more of the back room is more of the background for this than it is actually any of the focal point.
And at the end of the day, this is a backroom showcase contest.
Yeah, not a an articular story one, but yeah, I think that's fair. So we move on to No Regrets, who is in our Discord and a member of our alliance for the Clan Artisans Forge. And
let's talk about this build. So again, if it sounds like we were being a bit harsh on some of the previous entrants, it's entries like this that is why, right? We have incredible creativity. We have a real display of decorating skill, understanding not just how to make sculptures, but how to use note beacons effectively.
Let's just go through each of the images, because there's actually a lot to go through.
So much to look at.
Let's just go through image by image. So the theme of this, by the way, is that he basically made like a raider style, like raider base, basically. So using the horses as the predominant theme of the raider bases, and in this like sewer tunnely, like underground, like, you know, almost Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know why I get the turtle vibe from this, but yeah, very. I don't know. It's such a unique concept. I love it.
It's so unique. And I mean, right off the bat here, we have this beautiful horse, like seahorse boat thing. We've got paddles on the sides made out of radialing the Anarch anti-tank trap.
We've got gun turrets
got, like, a little house and a gun turret on the back. I love the use of the Styanax Deluxe shield there at the back of the gun to make that like flared.
It's like a sail, yeah. It's like almost like a directional sail, yeah.
I mean, it's just fantastic. We then, of course, we have this note beacon water. So we've got two layers here, light green and dark green. Yeah. Those ripples in the water are made using various items placed in to make. I think
like the predominant ones though are the Anarch statues. If you look, like just connected like a tripod.
It's made up of those triangles that have been connected in a way to make water ripples. It reminds me a lot of the water from Zelda Wind Waker, which was very cel shaded like this.
Yeah. I like the use of the base room lights as well, used at the very top where you've got the light coming out as well, like the sewer tunnels that get to the surface. So they've incorporated little elements of the room quite well. Anyway, moving on.
And then we've got those. We've also got those waterfalls. We could talk about the waterfalls.
Yeah, there's a second one. Yeah. So the second one has again so much little details. Let's just go left to right. You've got like display weapon. Like display weapons.
Yes.
The left.
So for that serrated edge on the sword, that is the Argyle display sold by Barrow.
Yes.
Which has got an irregular shape. That's a fantastic use for that one.
Yep. And then
we've then got this brick wall pattern on the back, which is made up of mostly orange couches, but a few black and blue ones thrown in there for some color variants, which I think is fantastic.
They've got Letty in a cage. They've got Ollie the octopus using the agrostone decoration, which is quite fun. Even like look at the articulars falling in as well. And he's
I mean, like there's still. This build is just fantastic.
Have you seen The Office where Michael falls into the koi pond? I'm getting the vibes of that. One of the octopus. And Jim is like, avoids him, yeah.
So good.
That's fun.
We've then got these waterfalls which are made out of. So this is two note beacons. You've got the mod set filled notch, which gives you that kind of semi-transparent rectangle. And then on top of that, we've just got a row of brackets that have been typed in and turned to the side to make those ripples going down the waterfall. It's just fantastic.
Clever. That's so clever.
So smart.
They've even used the new iOS cave codes that were announced for like the horses here up and around the drainage tunnel. So that's also super clever to get the caves involved. And then above it, you've got another seahorse mural, which is that like lockers? Are they lockers or are they? Oh, they might be arcade cabinets.
That's arcade ticket machines for the body, and then the
gallium
is gallium.
Yeah, gallium bricks. Yeah, that's so clever. And then the light is being used as the Letty cage as well. That's so clever, with a little Letty floof in it. Yeah. There's also a little fish bottom right, by the way. Like if you see poking between, there's a little fish between the lockers on the stand.
I see it. And there's a grenadier up there with a gun turret.
Yeah, he's using the Zaraman trophy as the scope sight. That's so insane. Clever. That's so
absolutely insane.
Right, let's go to the third image.
So we get a better view of the weapons on the wall.
Yep.
Two Argyle displays being used there for the battle axe. We've then got yet another type of waterfall that's kind of going diagonally. Again, the anti-tank trap being used there. Those two concentric rings, that's the Zaraman flush mount light, where the light bit and like the main circle bit is below the second layer, but because those two rings that it's got as like lips just kind of poke out enough through the top layer, that's how he's getting those circles.
His is insane.
It's so good.
You've got
forge.
Yeah, you've got a wheelbarrow guy, by the way, by the coal. There's ferrite used as coal. There's also a syphilizer plant, or what is it in front of the first grenade? Like he's smashing with the hammer in the forge basin, like for where they whack it.
That is, it's one of the new items from Velimir, one of the infested ones.
It might be
is it the proto-infested clump?
It might be, yeah. And they just isolated one little tip out of it, yeah. They've got a knife cooling in the water as well to be like a weapon. You've got the crown there that looks like a grinding stone. You've then got the use of the what's it called? Temples, like flares. What is it? Like the symbol decoration used as a shield.
Yeah, it's the symbol.
Yeah, and then you've then got like the the spices and salts in Black Forge is that used to increase the temperature and coloration and stuff like that, which is the spice plant. And then they've got the Sagan well as the like steam coming from the bottom with a display in the middle for the lava or like the hot coals.
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
This build.
Yeah, the sparks are a note code apparently, so they're actually a note beacon code. According to
really?
Regrets is in the chat, so yeah.
Oh, okay. What code is that, brother?
Yeah.
It's a bullet or something.
Yeah, it's super clever. It's like sparks coming off of it. And by the way, sparks are part of the theme, by the way, so we will keep that in note.
Yes, we will.
Let's go to the next image. Oh, there's a hammer, by the way, as well on the wall that we didn't see on the other side.
Yeah.
Super clever. Then this one here is another seahorse, or like horse mural. Such a good use of the mechanical Solaris housing crate to be the fur, like the tufts of fur around the side that's been clipped into the Devuri plant pots. He built that similarly when me and him did the Capture a Movember contest, and he used the green pots to make a Gyarados as well. So I'm glad he's used that to his benefit. They've got what's the guy holding in the middle? Is he holding something?
That is I think is that an articular?
It's got eyes.
It is. Yeah,
it's
holding a skull. It's holding a skull.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, that's clever.
It's a skull. Yeah,
it's a skull. According to Regrets,
I need to
super
zoom
clever.
in a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, use of the agrostone for those tentacles coming off the throne is awesome.
Yep.
Great design for the room as well. Using the underside of the stone planter for that brick texture around the walls, then making a ceiling design on top.
You've got, because it's a raider base, it's also their loot stash as well. You've got money and coins everywhere. You've got like the Valhalla note symbols, probably is the code. You've got the little lucky cavats, the glyphs of the Veridos stone as well, to be like the gemstones, and the plant, like the pots from the Jakku bundle. So yeah, lots of plat went into this.
This is quite a
and
build,
the bottom of
the
bottom of the Ottoman base as well for the gold coins. I think I recognize that. That's mega clever.
That is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Cetus Jug as well. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. This is crazy. And then we've got one more image, which we'll go to. Alright, trying to not shut down. And then my favourite image of them all. I'm so scared, Pyro. It's so clever. The fact, by the way, can I just mention the amount of articulars in here for the White Grenadiers, like the NPCs, bring it so much life and so much. The fact he's done this with using articulars and not looking like he sacrificed capacity is crazy. So it's like the Popeyes spinach horse. Like he looks like he's selling me beans. Yep.
We've also got this amazing seahorse sculpted out of floofs in the aquarium here.
That's crazy. And there's a bird-free one used as the little like fin of the right side, and then they've used little note beacons like bubbles in there. They've clipped in fish to be a part of the fish tank. They've got it's not a Nexifera. It's one of the what are they called? The ones that like come down and steal the little ones from the caves.
Is
it Nexifera? Is that if they call
it's
a
Nexifera? It's a Nexifera.
They've got them as the eyes. They got like an amethyst one with the yellow as the eyeball, and then like the Sorgor floofs. That create for core body as well, which is mega clever. They've also used a plastid shell as like a seashell in the very bottom right corner, so that's great.
Oh, that's really
They've
cool.
used the meat from the nutrition cubes as the playing cards for the grenade, by the way. I've just noticed that as well.
Yes, I've just seen
that. That is that's mega creative.
And then of course we need to talk about the shadow art. That is that's a 1, 2, 3. That's a 4-layer shadow art.
Yeah, you've got a background, blue, white, black, green. So yeah, 4 layers. So that's 100 cap, by the way, just on the note beacons.
Just on the note beacons for that.
And there will be a bunch of circular objects like ottomans and things like that kind of define the muscle shape. So and flush melt lights as well from the Zaraman to give it the shape.
Yep.
But really, the fact you can get that in an orbit is crazy. The fact there are 3 horses in here, because you've got the one from the main room poking through, is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm going to be honest with you, Faith. I'm struggling to find a reason to deduct a single point from this entry anywhere.
I know. It's legitimately perfect. Like, I can't find a single. The only thing could be is that obviously it's lots of horse themes, but it may not fit the Chinese Lunar New Year theme.
But here's the thing, though. This is an example of sticking to the theme while still being super creative within the theme.
Yeah.
Yes, it doesn't have red and gold accents.
Let me go to the theme points again. So, movement and motion they've got with everything with the water. Open space. I think it's quite an open build. There's not a lot of hiding. Strength and vitality, obviously with the Popeye horse. Travels and speed
horse,
again.
The raider base, the weapons, the forge.
I kind of think movement and motion, travels and speed are the same thing. By the way, they're all just movement, like animation.
Yeah, agreed.
Not really many red and gold accents, but that you can overlook that one because of just how creative it is. Letting go of the old. I don't really see how it is, but raiders though they're always letting go of the old by looting and raiding and stuff. Like, did they have any lanterns? I never had some in cages. Growth.
There's no Chinese style lanterns.
No,
specifically.
And then they have sparks and firework things from like all of the forge stuff and the lights and the waters, and so yeah, like again with this, I think even Regrets in the chat would also say that it wasn't dedicated to like the Chinese theme, but fully on the horse theme. So
he is saying that green means growth in Chinese culture.
Oh, right. Okay, so that's part of the theme. Right. Give him the 5.
I've got to be honest, bro. This is maximum score.
Yeah. It's
good job, man. This is incredible.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to humanize the build. Okay, that's all it is. I'm just trying to humanize it. Because it's just insane. Like the fact, when I first saw the work in progresses of this, I didn't really know what he was going for, but when the build come together, I was sweating bullets.
Yeah, you better be scared, bro.
Oh, I am scared. This build scares me. He's even put some whips in here as well, by the way, so you can see how the build kind of come into motion without some of the assets he had made. So yeah, the fact he can even prove it's his build is quite fun as well. Oh man. Right, anyway, whilst I go cry in Shorky's body pillow, let's move on to the next one, which is DoULikeJokes, who is, again, a member of our alliance in our Discord from the clan Circle of Divinity. And, yeah, let's take a little look. By the way, Regrets, a fantastic job. If you do win, by the way, I will be so happy for you. That'd be amazing. Worthy winner if it does win. Anyway, DoULikeJokes. So, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 images again. And I think it's mostly just the upstairs part of their back room, if I'm led to believe.
Yes, so this is... I think the final shot might be from their downstairs.
It's Drifter Operator Arsenal Access, they've labelled it. So this one is the Arsenal Access here. And then I think the rest are upside.
It's worth saying, because this contest allows a maximum of 5 images, decorating only one of the rooms, if you know you don't have time or you don't quite have the decorations to do the whole thing, absolutely fine.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're packing enough interesting things into those 5 screenshots, that's good enough.
Yeah.
And what a clean, classy build this is. I love the color scheme of this one, having the warm wood tones, the yellow to orange note beacon gradients behind those wood panels, the grey underside of the wood planter, and then it's all kind of ties into the existing yellowy lighting that the back room already has, especially in the upper room.
Yep, I just love the Art Deco style of the wall paneling. It really stands out, to the point where I've seen a few attempted copies in the official Warframe Discord as well. So Jokes has done a good enough job where other people are trying to emulate it. So yes, well done. Yeah, very, very good. So the bed is quite nice. How have they done the actual red mattress? Is that just like an ottoman that's been...
Yes, that is the Daviri ottoman that's just been bordered with.
I love the tone of it. The vibe is great. I think it's just the upstairs, according to Alice, by the way. So this is all just the navigation bedroom area. I love how it's not even a bedroom, by the way. We just call it the bedroom area because everyone makes the bed in there. Even I did the same thing, yeah. The amount of Zaram like plant pots in his crazy. Like he must have been farm standing this for about a good 4 months to get the amount he needed. It's wild.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Very, very good. He did say that the themes are linked to like the warm, welcoming environment of the back room, including atmospheric lighting displays to give more warmth, red and gold accents, while the room gold accents and starlight displays offer the lantern effects. I mean, it's not really a lantern; it's more of a light effect. I will say that, joke. So, but I do understand the thing about the color. Like lanterns tend to be the things hanging down. So, yeah. But I assume there's nothing really horse themed. But anyway, like all of them are really good images. Let's go to the little judging panel. I think it's very creative. It doesn't have a focal point, and considering a lot of the stuff that we have or will see has a focal point, like I always reserve 8, 9, 10s for like people that do focal points, be it like shadow art, sculptures, amazing designs that separate them from the wooden high-class modern deco orbiters. So I think 7 is the most I'll give anything that doesn't have a type of a focal point.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
In terms of skill level, this requires a real understanding of geometry. It understands
clipping as well, spacing,
of clipping, how to use note beacons with gradients.
Also, skill in decorating is also, have you convinced someone that this isn't the space it wasn't originally intended for? And the answer is yes. So I think it is quite high skill. We've got.
I would give this a very strong 8 for skill.
Yeah, absolutely. Theming. The theming is rough because I think it's definitely been submitted for the contest because it's here. But they've got some red and the starlights. I think 3 is the most I would give it. Because
agreed, there's no horses, there's not necessarily any movement or motion, but the vibe is just so warm that it immediately, it is the entire build is red and gold really. Even the parts of the room that aren't red, like in the bedroom shot, the wood panels basically look red because of the lighting.
The lighting in that area is dope. And with the starry fields and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll give it that. If they had anything horse themed, we'd bump it up. But 3 is the most. And I think Jokes will agree with us on that. I think that some people submitting for this know that they're going to try and connect anything to the theme in hope.
Image quality, we've got some lovely angles here. I don't want to deduct a point for the new quest icon being present because there's no way to get rid of that. I mean, you could
go into Captura. I mean...
Yeah, but it's 100k standing, the Captura scene. I understand.
I'll give them the 5 over a benefit of doubt. It means if we see that in any others for that top side, we will obviously just...
Yeah, the top side I wouldn't deduct for because that's just... You can't get rid
You can't help it, unless you have... And obviously the aim is to build as opposed to have the Captura scene, so we're not going to be too... stuff. Apparently you can buy it for plat, by the way, as well, according to Plasma Wire.
It is tradable.
Oh, it's tradable. Right, I see. Yeah. What kind of a Discord? What kind of a Twitch name is that? Hi, Wow, some of the names today is crazy. Oh, right. Who have we got next? So we've got DrLego, who is in our Discord server. He is from the clan Secret Syndicate. No, not Secret Syndicate. It's Syndicate Synergy. Sorry, those two always get me mixed up. I've actually done one of his showcases before on our YouTube channel for his dojo. And they've themed their backrooms to the Dojo Dagoth Hollow Room, which, if you're unfamiliar, is where you get Dagoth, her blueprints, and the weapons. I think do you get the ghoul saw from here as well?
No, it's just.
Oh, that's the Urelli. Oh, that's just Urelli in the Vent Kids lab. And if you didn't know, DrLego actually won the Dag of Hollow decorating contest in 2023 or 2024 with this. So he's come back to haunt my dreams because I finished second in that contest as well. So so he recruited Dag of Hollow.
He's done quite a good job of replicating that room. The general layout of it, the hanging banners, the overall moody and gloomy vibe. Great use of the bottom of the Anarch storage crate as the roof for that rust effect. That's a brand new texture for surfaces that we have access to now. So good to see someone using it.
Yep. Fun fact, the Dag of Dojo Room has 3 moons if you clip it outside. So yeah, that is true. That is true because we've got the little free garden areas as well. Yeah. God, the amount of lockers used in this is crazy. He said he used 100 lockers. So you can get 6 a day at standing caps. So that's what, nearly 3 months of lockers. Or no, it's about a month of lockers. Exactly, 100 lockers. You can get 6 a day.
Roughly.
Yeah,
roughly.
It's about a month of lockers, which is crazy.
Which is crazy.
They've used
hold
on, for the gargoyles on the top of the pillars, they've used the Underzoa as to be the kind of like headless kind of things here as well. They're in the dojo. That's quite clever.
Yes.
Yeah, that is clever. So then you've got the little cave. So in the dojo room, there's a little cave area with a trough where he's sitting and he's used the floof to simulate where it would be in the dojo, which is quite clever. That is very close to what is in the dojo, you know.
That's it is with the hay bale and the trough.
Yeah,
pretty good. And then in the final image, we've got the Murmur sarcophage being used as the resting place for.
Yeah, and I've never really seen many people using this item yet, which is fun.
Yeah, it's one of the more expensive ones from Bird 3, so it's kind of tough to get multiple copies.
They should have had an area where there's a red zone to the left of Dagger's head. That would have sent me if there was a way to show a little red zone to where you buy the it's just left of the head here. There's a red zone where you try and decorate. It's like one of a few dojo red zones. No, really, really creative.
Really creative. My issue with this build is that it's just not very colourful. And I know that was the vibe that he was going for with the Dagaf's Hollow, but even still, I'm not sure that having grey and then just the rust texture on the wall is enough visual variety for me. It does make the build look I wouldn't say not dull in terms of boring, but dull in terms of colour.
Yeah. HhallgrimH asked, how did he get the dead Dagoth? Probably an articular, and he's just like used just a posing that's just standing still. So yeah, it will definitely be an articular. That looks about right for the size of an articular at full scale as well, with the dagger skull next to it. And I think there's like some foliage around it because it looks very like rotten in the dojo as well. Sorry, I just thought I'd ask that question. Let's go to the judging thing. I think it's a good barometer. For creativity, this is super high because I've seen a few people in the chat say they just don't expect to see something like this. And to recreate something from the dojo in the back room is audacious. I love it.
It is.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I actually want to give it as much creativity as we gave Rockets from a different way. 9-10, super creative build. But
yeah, absolutely.
In terms of it though, it's just the more general one-off space. Whereas Rockets, No Regrets has done more, and I think Regrets has been more.
No Regrets.
No Regrets has been more creative than Lego. So I kind of want to give Lego a 9, just outside of the top thing, because I think Regrets' creativity is better than most people's in this contest. In terms of skill level, again, you've redone the room in a way, Lego. If you watch this in back, that makes me question what everything is in the back room. So again, very well done. I think you've captured the vibe of the room perfectly. Obviously, it can't be perfect to the actual dojo room due to the limitations of the items you have, but you could fool some people if they didn't know.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
So a part of me again wants to say give it a 9 for skill level again.
Agreed.
I don't think it's because there's a lack of focal point in terms of like, yeah, the Dagoth is fine, but it's an articular and a sarcophagi base. And if we look at Regrets, who did the boat and the Shadow Art and the Seahorse and the everything else, it would be unfair to put them at the same level. So currently, No Regrets is the bar of excellence. Theming, yes. They've got the Dagoth theme.
They've got the horse.
They've got the horse.
But there isn't any movement and motion. There's no red and gold accents, really. Yeah. We got a few gold accents, I guess, but I would probably give this one a 3 for the theming.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit detached, but it's got enough to be like super considered. And with the images, I want to give it again. He's done a good job of presenting it.
Yeah.
So I want to give it
good angles.
Good angles, no HUDs on, stuff like that. So presented it really well. And he'll give the whoever judges it a tough time. So we'll give him the full 5 marks like we did for Regrets on that one. So Lego, you did a really good job, and
fantastic work.
Very good job. Right. So,
okay, moving on to Gemzsie. Member of our alliance, recently had their backroom featured on Primetime just as a video feature, but since that there have been some changes. It hasn't been redone, but there have been some changes and additions made to it to make it fit the theme a bit better.
Yep. So she's been scrambling. Our beloved Gemzsie, yeah.
So first of all, we've got this downstairs kitchen island section. Very nice, very clean. I love the design of the light on the top. I love the design of the kind of vertical bars going across the tributor. I know she got that trick from VC Vin, but it looks really good.
That's really good, yeah.
Great use of the so if you want to get a gold floor like that and you want it to look that clean, you've got to use not the Zaraman plinth, the more expensive, not the more expensive one that's got kind of a more scuffed surface, but the cheaper one.
Yep.
The 4K one that's got the curved stand on the back. You flip that upside down, it's got a much cleaner gold surface.
Yep. Then we have a bedroom, which again they've added a floof to it, some tea, and the most expensive mattress of all time, using what is about 150 flossy Sorgor floofs.
Insane.
With another little lantern as well. I like the lantern that they've adopted in. The use of the curtains to separate the room looks really clean as well. The next image is of the computer area. Oh, the computer's so neat. Little cave display added above. You can see where the details have been added to incorporate for the theme, yeah.
Yeah.
The screen is so well done. Like, it actually looks like a PC monitor loading up the game.
Yeah, it looks great. Because we've got a display, and then we've got the Warframe symbol from the that's a text code, isn't it?
I think it's just Lotus is the code. I think.
Yeah.
And then we have the kitchen counter, which has the poor Norg.
Rest in peace to that Norg.
Being diced up into sashimi.
Yeah, I actually like the use of depth of field in this one.
Yeah.
Usually I don't think you want to do depth of field, but in this case it actually works,
good,
having the background a little bit blurred.
This is good. And then again, a forced in symbol gem. I know your game.
So I only just realised actually she only uploaded 4 images
1, 2,
rather than the total
3,
5.
4. Sometimes you only need what you need.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
completely
a lot here.
valid.
So right. So let's go to the judging thing. So creativity. I'm going to do the same thing I did for jokes and cap it out at 7, because there's no deliberate focal point, but there is more creativity and detail with accents like computers, so I may bump it into the 8 as maybe the maximum, with the floof bed, super creative, the lanterns, the wall paneling I think is a bit more detailed, but actually, let's keep it consistent. Let's keep it 7.
I would give it a 7 as well for creativity.
Let's keep it a 7, yeah.
There's some great layout ideas, some fantastic features, but like you said, no focal point and nothing that's making me. There's nothing regrets level here.
Yeah. Or Lego, because his whole thing was a focal point as well.
Yeah.
Skill level, I think 8 or 9. They've again redesigned everything. It's for small details here of a skill level. Like when you see like the computer screen, the keyboard, the clipping, the floof bed, the incorporation of assets, the wall paneling, lantern, like there's just skill everywhere. It's like micro skill. Obviously there are less to look at. So a part of me wants to score it again the same as jokes at 8. Again, due to the fact that
that's fair.
When you've got when you've got no focal point, it kind of caps out your skill level as well. But it's very well done. Theming.
So yes, most of the additions is basically pretty much anything red that you see in these images. So the stools, the ottoman, the chairs, the lanterns, the Kaith floof, the Chinese New Year poster, those have all been added to this build after the fact, specifically to adapt it to the theme.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that though. She's trying to theme it.
Absolutely. Like I said in my, I did an announcement video for this when the contest got announced. I literally said you don't have to delete your build and start again.
No, just adapt it.
You can just make some changes to adapt it. Absolutely. So I would give this as well a 3 for the theming.
Yeah, 3 for theming is fair. We've said the same for the others that have done the same thing as well.
Yeah. And then image quality, 5. Absolutely 5. Some great angles here. I actually like the use of depth of field in the last one, which I don't normally like. Yeah, should we move on? Faith, hello? I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. A little bit of a hiccup with my mic. It's fine. It just disconnected.
There you go.
But I'm still here. Right. Sorry. Avynire76. Right. So yeah, sorry.
Right.
Yep.
So this person, Avynire76, won 5th place in last year's Backroom contest. But they have completely redone, or almost. I can see one thing that was from their old build, but it's 90% redone completely for this year. They're taking lots of advantage of all the new plants, the new wooden planters. Yeah, great vibe to this one. So we can start off with the first image where we've got a great balcony that's been made for the upper room. Extends around to the side as well. Underneath it, we've got a kind of kitchen bar style area. Lots of plants growing out of it. I think we've got a kitchen off to the side as well.
Next to the arsenal, it looks like I don't know why it looks like the Green Lantern power ring, like pedestal furnace thing, to the right of where the arsenal would be. So it's almost like a big Chinese lantern kind of thing. I've seen that in mythology things before, looking at when I was studying to do my build. So that's quite fun. Anyway,
that's really cool. I'm trying to figure out what the red in the center is. Is it the energy glyph turned red?
Yes, it might be.
Yeah, I think it is. So that will be animated as well.
Mm-hmm.
Be moving around.
Yeah, the roof as well has been slattered in using repass tables with a skybox.
And I love the kind of purple to orange transition that we've got on the gradient. It looks a lot like a sunrise.
Sunset or sunrise, yeah.
Sunrise, yeah.
That's really clever.
Lovely use of colour. Otherwise, I think this actually saves this build from being a bit too wooden otherwise.
Yeah, the lights definitely help improve the contrast of the build, because otherwise it's a bit dark. Yeah,
absolutely.
The next one
then we move on. This is the area by the stairs.
Yep, it's very
great overgrown vibe.
Yeah, very. Yeah. This is the growth vibe all over.
This kind of makes me wish I had used the white artisan pots for my Dormizone build.
Yeah,
because I feel like that they would fit in really well.
Just a tad bit jealous of that little area, and I like how it's different from the other area as well. I wish some people. I like that some people might vary up their spaces, because I think some people stick too rigidly to their theme, and stuff like this actually stands out better, in my opinion, than having the same thing all be the same tone, color, and texture. But people are different.
Yeah.
Then you have a TV cinema room. You've got Letty standing there in the back left watching, because she won't leave that area.
Great shadow art. It's not a complicated shadow art because the horses are just the Kylesith poster from the Saruman. But the way they've sculpted the land under it, the red sun in the background, just the way that it's all framed is very nice. Very effective for not that much cap. This raised seating area with the steps going up to it was in their old build, but everything else around it has been completely rebuilt from scratch.
Yeah, regrets his chanting for "Go Green Pots" as well.
Yes, green pot supremacy.
Yep. Yeah, that's cool. And then they have the mirror area. Which
just before we move on, the Yao Shrub chandelier is a nice alternative to the Entrati one.
Very true. Very true. I like that. And then they have the bathroom, which is the where the mirror is, where you can switch between your operator and drifter.
So most people in their bathrooms have made they'll use a display, that one frosted looking display for the mirror, but why not just incorporate an actual working mirror that we have?
Yep.
Very tough to work around the red zone in that area. They've actually done quite well.
Really
good, yeah. Put those items there.
They've got a little sink I can see. They've got little bathroom amenities around the mirror. You've got a toilet to the left as well. Toilet supremacy, yeah.
Oh, you could, with all the natural stuff, this would be the most peaceful shit of your life in this bathroom.
Did they use the HhallgrimH Axe? Did they use the conclave console on the nav console? Hold on, quickly. Let's go back. Yes, they did. That's the conclave console there. HhallgrimH.
Ah, yes, it is.
Yep. So yeah, and also it is quite easy to work with as well, the conclave one. So that's quite a clever use. Anyway,
and then we've got the helmet room.
Oh, this is dope.
I think this is super cool.
This is
we've got a central water feature. We've got this lovely raised walkway just using dining tables because they've already got the legs. We've got these lanterns that are along the side. Very pretty.
Yep. Very Asian aesthetic. Really, really clever.
And then with the kind of triangular shaped opening for the infested mouth, both to avoid the red zone in that area, but also it kind of looks quite foreboding.
Yeah.
Menacing with their...
You may not even notice it because the contrast is at the front, and then when you look at the back, it's like, oh, there it is, yeah. Very good. Nah, really, really clever.
This is a fantastic entry, and it is a significant improvement on what they won 5th place with last year.
Yes.
A fantastic job. Really fantastic job.
They've really come along, so I'm really happy to see that.
We love to see people improve and grow over time, and that's exactly what this is.
Yeah. Right, so creativity. So they've got a mini shadow art. They've got more of a home function to everything with lots of little areas. They kind of have a focal point in their helmet room with the water and the like foreboding helmet, but I don't know if it's the same as the stuff we gave for Gem and Jokes, because again there's lacking a really strong focal point, but it's just a ton of really small details. So
I'm still kind of tempted to bump this up to an 8 just because of how creative the helmet room is.
Yeah, and they've got again little focal points that kind of factor in the theme of the contest as well, like toilets and the water display feature as well. So I think 8 is the maximum we'll go if you've done enough to surpass the what we would consider to be the home function as well.
Yeah.
Right. Skill level. I want to say 8 or 9. I think the same for Gems. Very similar.
Yeah, there's an understanding of architecture here as well with the roof design for the main room.
Yeah, very high.
I would also give this an 8.
Yeah. Theming.
Theming. So we have horses. We have red and gold accents to a certain extent.
Growth theme with the little walkway and the little overgrown area. You've got Asian aesthetic, to where the bedroom would be, with the cave shadow art and the sun. The little lanterns that go across the water feature is very Chinese as well. So I'd give this a solid 4. I think they've done more than Gem in this to put across the theme. So I think 4 is good.
Agree.
And 5 for image quality, I think, is
absolutely
the same again. So easy marks for that one. Right.
Awesome. Really happy with that one. Next up, we've got Kylesith, who won first place in last year's contest. And once again, they have incorporated a few elements from that previous build, but again, radically different, radically improved, using a ton of the new items. Let's just have a look through this image.
Let's go through.
There's a lot of details in here.
So first image has a head sculpture to the left.
And considering that it is made almost entirely out of the green artisan pots, it's really good.
Regrets would love that.
It gives me like a kind of Incan vibe.
Very much so. They've done a custom tree using pots and the what's that item? The rusty one.
That's the Anarch anti-tank trap. That's it. Again, for roots. So in their they had this tree in their last year's submission, but we didn't have any of the new plants yet, so it was just this and Zaraman bushes. But they've adapted it, but kept the white pot tree trunk, which I like.
And then they've got the pagoda building at the back where is that where the arsenal is? I think that's where the arsenal is.
Yes, that's where the arsenal is. Again, that they had this in the previous entry with the curved benches, but they've changed it to fit the theme of this new room. I think it looks lovely.
Yep. They then have, if we go to the next image, they then have a big old red pagoda where you get to see another head. I think it might be the same version of the head from the other side, or a different head.
No, it's a different head. There are 2 head sculpts in this same room.
Wow. So that's crazy. And then you got little hanging lanterns using displays as well. Like they're the little fire
unique take on the lantern.
Really, really good. They look like the ones that people fly into the air to celebrate, and then they burn down rainforests.
The paper ones.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, they're the environment killers, those ones. Again, really, really kept the pagoda, which obviously is a symbol of strength in Chinese culture. Very, very good. I like that. Very, very good. And you even see the horse in the upstairs bit in the background as well. So again, little tease there, which is in their next images. So then when we go up the stairs, you have like a little garden walkway using Agrostone, the bird baths from Acrifis, and just lots of plants.
Yeah, I love how the staircase zigzags back and forth. It gives it some real character.
Yep. And at the top, you've also got like a little, little pagoda-y style tent with a family up there. Looks like little Buddha statues all clustered together as well in the far top left.
Yeah, fantastic build.
And then when we get into
the upstairs room, we get a better look at that horse sculpt, also made just out of green pots.
Yeah.
For the main body at least. Then for the mane of the horse, that is a red Omega text code, but it's been bordered off with curved Zaraman benches.
Yep. So it looks like a red mane. Oh, that's so clever. And then
super smart.
You've got more lanterns, another pagoda. And they've even put something over Awi's head in the back rooms to be like a Chinese hat as well. They kind of look like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Oh, that's So no, they've got Eleanor standing next to them. That is their operator.
Oh right, I see. So so they fashion framed.
It's one of the helmets you can get from Quilonco.
Oh yeah, it's now 25k.
Yeah.
It's the
yeah.
I know what I can't remember what the goddamn name. I don't remember anything, guys. Welcome to Faith. Then we have the last bit, which is I think the the inside of the same room with the horse, where we just get a better view of seeing Korvax and the kind of like Chinese aesthetic, using a book as the navigation, a little teapot, just nice general aesthetic, and you get to see the pagoda style that kind of separates the room a bit better as well, which is really clean. I like that.
Yeah, yep. And the entire room's architecture leans into the pagoda style, like with the way those sideboards have been arranged. It is fantastic.
Yeah. Really, really good use of the space, and again quite open as well. Also, I've noticed the area in front of the navigation looks like one of the Chinese sand gardens as well. You know, they've got the little Zen garden.
What texture have they used there?
It's the it's the bottom of the Zaraman floor pad. It's just clipped below the Velamir plant pots with the silver border.
You're right.
So yeah, really well done. Very, very well done. Ugh. I'm scared.
Oh
Pyro.
God.
9 likes.
So, creativity. I'm wavering between a 9 and a 10. I think I'm leaning towards 9.
I'm really looking
It's
at the
tough.
images. They've done so much with the space. They've got several heads, pagodas, trees. Okay, the only reason I would be at 9 is that they haven't reinvented the space. You can still tell where everything would be in the back room. But I don't know if I'm being harsh or if I'm just trying to needle. But
the reason I'm wavering at a 9 is that there are enough elements of this room that were present in their submission last year.
Then,
like the red pagoda on the balcony, the pagoda in the main room, the tree with the white plant pots.
So,
though I'm not certain if that's a reason enough to deduct a point.
Yeah.
Because when I said in my own video that you don't need to redo your build.
Right. The fact that they've done the sculptures and there's like 3 or 4 sculptures with like 5 or 6 pagodas, I don't want to deduct them. I would be the same level of creativity as no regrets. There's so many little things, from the Zen gardens to the pagodas to the architecture to the sculptures to, you know, the walkways, everything. Lanterns, which are different and more creative than the others. Leaves, by the way, on the floor that show the foliage down here. Really, really good.
Oh yeah.
I would be at 10. Skill level. Now, have they done a better or as good of a job as No Regrets? Is the question.
The statues are really good.
They are.
I really like the statues, particularly the one in the second image that's got his hand up.
Yeah. Regrets said it. He thinks it's a 10 as well. Apparently the red pagoda, this one is new, by the way, on the third image with the head on the right. That's new for this one.
I could have sworn it was in his something similar. I know it was. It might have been redesigned, but having a red pagoda there was in the previous entry. Anyway, regardless,
it's a 9 or a 10. It depends if we're being nitpicky, right? Because you're not partaking and I am in this contest, I will actually leave the final verdict to you, because I don't want to colour it, because I may be competing with this one.
I think I'm going to give it a 10 for skill as well, because the statues are fantastic. Doing hands is tough, doing faces is tough, and doing them with a limited palette like this is even tougher.
Agreed, yeah.
So I would give it a 10. Theming. We've got a horse sculpt. We've got lanterns. We've got red and gold accents on the pagoda.
It's a 5. It's no way it isn't a 5.
It's
a 5.
One way. Yeah.
There's no way that you can't craft these heads, pagodas, and stuff without it being a 5. It's crazy. And image quality is also a 5. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. I think we're going to give it the same as Regrets. So, yeah. Anyway, so we'll move on to AircraftDeicer. So they are here. They're just below it. It's on Google Drive. So hopefully
it's on Google Drive. So I'm gonna have to actually download these. There we go.
Oh, good.
You just double click on it.
Oh, it should just open.
Give you a preview. There we go.
Making sure it's appearing on my OBS first. There we go. Okay, perfect. So that's the first image. Oh, if you can just scroll through them when you open them, so it's fine. Yeah. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's it. So first image is of the Arsenal area. Really nice layout. I like the open. I think the fridge of the kitchen is where the Arsenal is. Yeah.
No, because look at where the windows are. The Arsenal is in between the middle window.
Oh,
the
okay,
Arsenal
so
is
it's
actually underneath.
There, yeah.
Underneath
they built
the
high.
kitchen.
They built high. Yeah, I see. That makes sense.
Oh, Lilo just sent 2 photos of the old and new pagoda. They have been redesigned. The one from the last year's was in green, and the next one was in red.
Lego also said, by the way, for his build, he got better. He just said it in the Discord that he got better red than he's thought. No, Lego, honestly, if you're listening, we really like it. I really admire the creativity. Yeah. Anyway, right, let's look through this one's images. I like the growth bed for garden thing on the side. That's cool. It's got a little water feature as well, just using one layer of Tributor, and it's using the Xeno for plants as like for lily pads, which I've used in my water as well. Really, really clever. The third one is of the upstairs navigation and the like operator navigation room. Again, really, really clever. Obviously, we've got their dog running around. Has clicked into the sofa. Yeah,
or if you're in capture, always unequip your companion so it doesn't get in the way of your shots.
Hallgrim said meat pillow. Yeah. We then have what looks like to be upstairs area where the lanterns is, and
so that's where the light hangs low. And they've actually taken advantage of it there. I think it's like a little.
I think it's a little hot spring. It's like a little bath to the right. I think it's meant to be like a little bathing area, maybe. And then on the last one, we then have the bedroom, which has a mattress, Prex card, for
nice little fireplace with the lichnesses there.
Oh yeah, down here. That's really clever. Yeah, good spot. And then a kind of like simple skybox on the back. Let's go back. So, in terms of creativity, I think it's really creative, but I think if we look at some of the other entries, I don't think it's at the same level of creativity as Gemzsie or Jokes.
I was just about to say, because Gemzsie's build is rather similar to this, at least in the main room.
Yeah. So comparison being the Thief of Joy, I think 6 is fair.
Well, it is a competition.
Yeah.
Yep, I would give this a 6 for creativity.
Yep. I think as well for skill level, I don't think it quite, because it's suffering from the wood orbiter as well. There's a lot of basic wood, but they've got a lot of detail. So we're not going to mark down the details. It's just the fact that it's been way too reliant on just wood. And there's not, like the garden wall bed is really nice with a little water feature. That's quite cool. But it's very open and a bit more minimalistic in other areas. They have like the fridge, the cooker, which is good, but if there's detail in just spots. Well, if you look at Gems and Jokes, there's detail on every wall, every desk panel. They have poured everything into concentrated areas, which I think helps them. But still really, really good. Just what I think maybe marking it as a 6 or 7 below what they would be fair. I think more 6 or 7 because of the details. If I'm being nice, I think 7 is fair.
Yeah, I think 7 is fair in terms of skill. Now, theming is where this one is going to suffer a bit because there hasn't really been an attempt to match it to the theme.
There's some growth, some warmness. They've got like a Chinese themed bed because obviously they, sleep more close to the ground on like the stilt kind of thing. But there's no real red or Chinese iconography. So I think 2 at maximum.
I think 2 is fair for this one.
Very, very fair.
And then image quality 5.
5 because they've done it. Yeah, really, really well presented. Again, it'll make it easy to win extra favor with whoever judges at DE because it's being presented well. So I think that's fair. So 20 points to them. Yeah. Good entry.
Great job. I think this is like honorable mention territory. Really.
Yeah, I think so as well. Right, we move on to Horactius, who is in our server as well. We know Horactius quite well. I think he is still our top watch video on YouTube for his Orbiter showcase. So
yes, his Orbiter was fantastic. That was one of, I remember before I started decorating, that was one of the very earliest ones I'd seen.
Yep, fair enough. Hi Devastator in the chat, and hey Dulance as well.
Hello, both.
I did send my submission, Dulance. We will see it later on. So no spoilies. Right, first one of the Horactius is their downstairs area. They've got the little desk for that. They've got some lanterns that look like at the top left, like they've been made out of the discount code Omega.
Yes, that is the discount code coupon that's hanging off the tree. Very smart. We've got our garage door. I really like the exit sign.
Yeah, the exit sign
over the garage door. Makes it look super functional.
More red lanterns on the right side. Little Chinese poster. So they're trying to theme it as well. It feels very Gemzsie themed.
Yes. So again, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is mostly their back room as it was with some stuff added rather than a new build, which is absolutely fine.
Yeah. Then they've got a kitchen, which is really creative, like the fuse box to the side. They've got another little lucky thing. Just some more red details as well. I think it's nearby the main door. And then hopefully they load. Oh, okay. Thank God they load. Yeah, like I thought they broke the first time. And then we then have the upstairs area where we've got the little floofs, some more lanterns.
And this might be my favorite lantern design so far. That is one of the cave arts being used for those hanging strings. Yep. Fantastic. I love seeing creative uses for the cave arts.
Yeah. Those are wishing trees, not lanterns, apparently. I'm being corrected by Bitten. Thank you for correcting us. Bitten.
Thank you.
Yes. And then we then have
custom arcade machine, which I believe was built before any of the arcade machines got added in 1999. I remember seeing that one.
That's clever.
Yeah. And just on top of the sofa, to the left of that locker, we've got a darts board.
Oh, we do, yeah. That's clever, yeah. Oh, that uses the bottom of the Arlo base as the dartboard. I recognise that one, or the Necromech base. That's clever. And they've got a little clock as well, 9:59 above one of the lanterns. I quite like that as well. Right, anyway, last image. Hopefully it works. Yep. And then we're at the PC mirror area. Oh, I like the architecture on the back wall with that door. That's clever.
Yes. I love the fireplace has got some nutrition cubes sank in to be odd bricks.
Ah, they do. That's clever. That is clever.
Lovely way to vary up the texture on that.
Little cave display above it. Red areas. The bulletin board's quite cool. That is such a bulletin board. That is clever. Yeah. They've used the carbohydrate cube to be the post-it notes. That's really clever.
Yes.
That is clever.
Yes, they have.
And then we've just got some iconography. We've got pizza. I'm just trying to see if there's any details that we've not missed. Really, really clever. This is lovely. Right, so let's go to le judging. So in terms of creativity, I think, again, I want to kind of give them the same kind of marks that we gave Gem and Jokes because of the lack of a focal point, that they've done everything other than do like the big design stuff. So I think 7
there's some fantastic creativity within the details here.
Yes,
so 7 I think is appropriate.
I think 7 would be fair. In terms of skill level, I think so with Jokes and Gemzsie, they remade their spaces. And I think they've done a better job of remaking the spaces, and it feels like there's a lot of the exposed area where it's more things have been included into the base structure of the back room, but not in a bad way. Like, you know, they've got lots of detail and they've incorporated the space to their liking, but it still kind of looks like the back room where I don't know if I'm being too harsh there.
I get what you're saying. I mean, I can see where the capacity has been spent. It's gone into details. It's gone into clutter. I think I would have liked to see the shape of the space changed a little bit more in the main room. I think that is fair.
I think that kind of removes a little bit of the skill. So we've gave 8 for them. I think 7 again would be fair for the skill level. The theming, I think the same for Gemzsie. They've incorporated things like lanterns and the posters into their build. So again, it would be 3 at max because there's no like massive focal points that we've seen other people do. And in terms of image quality, I think a good 5 again. They've presented their backroom really well. Just a little note, if you upload your images directly from your computer, and they may break. So I was worried that these images were to break. So always do a third-party image sharing site to make sure that they don't accidentally disappear. So I'm glad we got to see it. So yeah, I'm just going to check if... Okay, cool. Bitten's ones are also broken, but I can still view them. Thank God. But right, so the next one is Bitten Ice Prime, who... they've actually just recently joined our alliance as well with their clan social shenanigans. Yay. So welcome, welcome.
Bitten says she did use Imgur.
Oh, you did use Imgur. Okay, cool. I think it's just
the embed is broken, but the link is still there, so it's
that's
all good.
Fine. Yeah, so that's all it is. Right, so yeah, I've actually won a fashion contest with Bitten with Regrets, and Regrets has recently betrayed us by going with you, Pyro. So, so yeah. Right, so we'll look at Bitten's stuff. I haven't actually seen your stuff yet, Bitten, so this is all news to me because I couldn't view any of this, and I kind of wanted to not see what other people were doing because I wanted this to be more my first impressions than having seen things before. But anyway, so we'll go through each of the images. Right. So first one. Ooh, it's a little like a disco area, like a little band stage.
It's like a stage with a dance floor. I love the dance floor actually, because we've got the shiny underside of the planter box, the smaller one, and it's because it's super reflective. We're then getting these nice red and orange reflections off the the note beacon at the back.
Yeah, to give it that synth wave kind of vibe. Yeah, that's cool. We've got a little staircase up there. Right, we'll move on to the next one. Obviously, peace and harmony at the back with the cave to kind of give it some bonus points. Little. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is like on an upstairs floor. It looks like it's above the garage, like where the atomocycle would be.
Yeah, so you can see you can see the arsenal in the back. So that's on top of the entrance door and the garage. Yeah,
that's clever. I like the chair. It's got a little chroma floof poking its little head out as well. The recliner's really cool.
Yeah, it's really
little
nice.
Garden is nice. They've got. This is I can't believe we haven't seen them yet, but just the lanterns using the 4 of the Chinese New Year poster. So that's the first time we've seen them. I'm surprised we haven't seen more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've just realised all the Kybus stacked up to the side of the arsenal. That's
wow.
a lot of Kybus.
That's so many Scab Mother tokens. Wow. Bitten also said in the first image there's apparently pyrotechnics going off with the Sylph Pod decorations, by the way.
Yes,
so that's what they are.
They're fireworks. They're like pyrotechnics. That's cool.
Yeah. That's really clever. Right, okay, we'll go into the third image. So this is the downstairs to the other side, so you can kind of see where the garage is. It's actually got like a retractable door, which is quite cool. And then you've then got the middle table is actually being used as like an actual dining table as well. That's clever, using the actual assets of a room to their strength.
Yes. Great clock design. Actually spelling out the Roman numeral numbers with the Zaraman tube lights. Nice.
That's clever. Yeah.
Really like
very,
that cool
very
radial behind it as well.
I think it uses a tributor code, like an endo, on the front.
Yes,
so
that is the endo turned red.
And then there will be line separators for the yellow clock handles, I think. Yeah. Or like notches or like lettering symbols that have just been merged together. But that's really clever. Right. Trying to see if there's anything I've missed. Nope. We'll go to the next one. So image number 4 is that upstairs. They've got a little floof display on the left with noggles. They've got a bed where the near the doorway to the helmet. I like the bed. The bed is cool. Even though it's got 2 mattresses, it's like for Princess. Have you heard the story of the Princess and the Pea? Where no matter how many mattresses she has, she can feel the pea. That's the vibe.
Hey, you say that. My mattress at my place is so bad that we recently bought a memory foam mattress protector, which is basically like a second mattress.
Yeah, like
on
a
top of the
layer
mattress.
on top. Yeah, they're great, aren't they? Do you know what's crazy? I have a memory foam mattress plus the memory foam thing on the top to give it a bit of firmness to it. Yeah. That's how we roll. There's a TV in the background, a computer screen with the glyph.
We've got the computer screen and my classic Scrubberfish Trophy keyboard. Love seeing that one in the wild.
There's a mouse pad that uses the cave as well. There's a little detail there. There's like the mouse pad. Trying to see if there's a suspicious roller floof just on the upside in the cave area, but we won't mention that. The cravat as well is still roaming around, so we've got a meat cushion here. And,
I love how even the cravat's red to fit the theme.
Yeah. And then the last image is, I think it's the helmet room. It's an arcade.
Helmet. And it's the grabber machine is so cool.
Wow, the use of the Scarlet Nexifera as the handle is wild. Yeah, and you've got a little floof in the prize dispenser to the right of it.
Yeah, this is super creative.
That's great. Yeah, that's actually really fun. Very, very good. Well,
yeah, and it takes advantage of the helmet's kind of dark lighting as well.
It does.
You get that kind of darker vibe, and then it makes the screens of the arcade cabinets glow a bit brighter in comparison.
It also kind of makes sense with a helmet who's stockpiling things as well. A little bit. Also, I just like to point out the game stick of using the desk kind of looks like an actual controller as well.
It looks like a joypad, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a controller, so good job there. You could have added some buttons to the left and the right of it if you want to improve it better. If you add like little notches from cups that you just rotate in, you could do buttons if you have capacity. Yeah. But no, very, very good. Right, to the judging, Pyro, to the judging. So We have so creativity. They've got like it's very similar to Horactius, Gemzsie.
Yeah,
and
I want to
Jokes
give it
in
the same
terms of-
score as Horactius, because while there's no single focal point, there are individual details that are super creative, like the grabbing machine, like the dance floor, like the clock. So yeah, I'm happy to give this one a 7 for creativity.
I think it's exactly the same across the board with Horactius. I kind of think it's the same across the board from skill.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I can't
again,
see
we're
why
not-
I wouldn't penalise
It
that
does
compared
change
to
the
last
shape
one.
of the room a little bit more than Horactius's did.
They suffer from the same thing though, where they've used the room to their advantage to keep it open, and more they rework areas as opposed to the whole room. So it's exactly the same in terms of its approach to layout. Theming, again, I kind of think there was the same kind of level of theming, but they did do the dance stage.
Here's the thing, you've got the peace and harmony shadow art in the background, which I think, because you've actually got Chinese characters sculpted, I think that does elevate it by a point.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'd give it a 4 for theming.
Yeah, me too. I would as well. Also, they've got lanterns and other things as well. So yeah,
the fireworks coming out the stage. The sparks.
Yeah, that's really clever. I think it's more on theme because of little details like that. Yeah, so that's clever. Right, nice and easy. Images are 5 as well.
5.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's easy to score on the images as long as you've not screwed it up. But yeah. Right, moving on. We have MystMan. MystMan, yes. So they've got 5 images again. Just if there's any questions. No, that's all good. Right. Let's move on. So first image, hopefully it works. Thank God. Oh God. The running statues. Are they like? Oh wait, is it? Let's see if they've actually written anything by this. It's
yeah, movement and motion.
It's a foot race. Yeah, it's a foot race. Yeah. So yeah, there's.
So they've got the.
Oh,
I love the use of the Orokin conduit as the balconies for the seating area.
That's really clever. Can I say the amount of different types of fireworks? The cave art as a firework, the Cephalon Suda decoration. I don't know what the one is to the right of that. I think it might be a glyph as a firework.
That's a glyph. And then we've also got the fairy ring cave art and one of the glyphs on the left.
Yeah, and is that Jaya's geometric orb ball as well? Obviously, we may not see the
so at the back is the orb ball, and then to the right on the bottom is one of Barrow's Luxem items.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Now, really clever use of fireworks. So we'll note that for the theme. That's really cool.
I like the spotlights. We've got the different coloured spotlights as well.
Don't know why there's the often an angel eye watching. Like it's like wait, it could be a camera.
Oh, that's the vitrium
eye. Yeah. Is it like a camera? Is it like what's recording? That's clever. If so. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Hey, the first time I've genuinely seen the traffic cones be used.
True.
Like aside from like putting them on Kylemos's head or whatever.
Yeah. I've only ever seen it once where someone did a wet floor sign and they had a code next to it. That's it.
Oh, that's cool.
That is fun. Yeah. Right. Next one. Nature and waterfall. Growth. Nature and waterfall. That's a unique waterfall, using
it's a whole bunch of
Argyle displays. Yeah.
And then again, like that one with the waterfall rock previously, we've got a ton of conda sprouts to be the splashing at the bottom.
Right, now we're getting into the we've got more of the basic 4 square lanterns at the top right as well, so the same ones we saw in Bittern's. Sylph pods and amethyst flowers, I can't remember what they're called. Amaryllis flowers. On the sides, ferrite is for rocks, little garden, drac-root, nice and colourful. I don't think there's anything in between. Oh, Konya sprites, I don't know if you said there's the water at the bottom, like for splashes.
Yeah,
that's cool. The next one, fresh start, a horse with her new foal. Oh, it's a horse sculpt.
We've got a small scale horse sculpt.
It's made out of the Akgani stones, I think.
From Quilonco.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure of that Barrow item as the joints.
Oh, it's like I called it like the spike, the road spikes.
The spike ball. Yeah. I'm just questioning its use here.
It sticks out. Maybe it sticks out.
It sticks out.
Yeah. The ghost bushes. The fur is the first time we've seen it, which is quite clever. I think it's behind the garden, by the way. That was on the other side of the waterfall. So when you go through it, you come to this little area. So that's clever.
Yes. Yes, I think you're right. Because I can see the red concrete pillar.
Yeah, and the box hedges as well with a dead giveaway. On the other side, yeah. Now, really, really clever. They've used the containers from the Zaramas, the leg joints as well, with the blue ones. Just trying to see if I can get a zoom in of the other legs. Oh, I can't. It's fine. Right. That really, really clever. Their next image is 4 red and gold accents and lanterns. So it's the upstairs area. They've got a lantern. They've used the trap as the light stand. They've got a horse glyph next to one of their warframes. Just red seating as well. Red TVs. Just very trying to win bonus points for the contest. Just trying to put as much red into that little area up here. And then letting go of the old, Eleanor is moving away the messy old furniture and cleans the one new to the right.
Oh, so we've got we've got a dirty side on the left and like a clean side on the right. So they've used the Anarch storage crate and like the Veston moss and like the wrinkled old Zaraman rug. As like that's the old side. Interesting.
Side, yeah.
They're really leaning it. They're really making an effort to lean into all of the themes here. I do appreciate it.
Oh, that's Dagoth's ephemera, by the way. Gemzsie is calling me out about the left on the side of here coming from the Warframe. That's clever.
Oh yeah, that's the new ephemera that's in. Yeah. It's the new one from the seasonal shop, which will be going away in like 2 days. So pick up any of the stuff from the market that you want now before it goes.
This is an OCD person's nightmare and dream. Was it the flute reflecting the dirty side as well? It's like split personality. Nah, really, really clever. Really, really clever. Right, so let's go to the judging. So foot race, the waterfall, the little horse, red and green accents, and the OCD bedroom. So in terms of creativity, this one's a tough one because they've got a sculpt. But I don't know about the quality. So,
but that will go in skill.
Yeah,
the quality of the sculpt will be reflected in the skill score.
I really like the creativity. I think 7 or 8. Solely,
I'm kind of leaning towards 8 on this one.
Yeah, because they've attempted like sculpting waterfalls and focal points, which always get bonus points, and we have to remember that.
Yes.
They will consider that when we do.
And also, just the idea to make a foot race, that's just very unique.
Yeah, some of the items used have been pretty good. The fireworks were really creative as well. So
yes, I really like the fireworks.
Yeah. I'll give them.
For skill, I would rank it a bit lower than the last few we've seen.
Yeah,
just
I think
because
6
the horse
cap.
Yeah, 6 I think is reasonable because I think the horse sculpt is a bit janky. The room itself, you know, we've got some pretty wide flat wooden panels as well.
I think theme. I don't think they've done anything wrong to lose points on the theme. It's
5. They've made such an effort to lean into the theme with each of these. I would give it a strong 5 for theming.
And image quality.
And then quality.
I think they've done a good job of showing it off.
Yeah,
I don't think they've done anything wrong.
Quality.
Again, it's super easy to pick up points here.
Yeah,
that's fun. Cool. Right, so we move on to Soap, who is also in our alliance with the clan Aether, and they are in our Discord as well. So yeah, let's have a little look at what they've got going on.
Oh god, welcome to Flickr, an image sharing website that is somehow even worse.
I'm just going to load up all 5 images and hopefully they all load up.
Wait, there's a link on the bottom that will load you all 5
perfect.
at the same time.
Yeah, and then I have to reload all of them. Okay, it's fine. Let's do that instead. Okay, that's a bit quicker. Okay. So, have they written any text? Over a new leaf, growth, freedom and opportunity. This year is a 5-horse year. Risk and reward. I want to capture opportunistic yet volatile city streets. So yeah. Alright, you're reaching. But anyway, right, so we'll have a little look. So
yes. So I know having spoken with Soap, this was and still is a cyberpunk themed / Blade Runner themed backroom. Yep. So we've got a Songbird's apartment from the Cyberpunk DLC, and then later on you'll see I forgot the character's name. The guy from Blade Runner 2049, his apartment. it's been similar to Gemzsie's build and Horactius's. It's been updated with just a few items to fit the theme. Originally, he wasn't going to submit at all because he thought it didn't fit the theme at all. But I was like, nah, bro, just submit it because you've got a really good build here.
The upstairs wood paneling with reflections is great. I do like that.
It's wonderful. And if any of you have played Phantom Liberty, you will know just how closely this matches Songbird's apartment when you see it in the flashback, especially with those TV monitors mounted on the ceiling.
There are ads between images.
Yeah, I told you, Flickr sucks.
Oh wow. Then you've got like this like little bar scene. This is actually underneath where the underneath the landing of the upstairs.
Yes.
So that's
of the balcony.
There, yeah.
So we've got a Chinese like street food vendor. I love how the three displays are all put at slightly different angles as if they're flapping in the wind.
Yep. That's
lovely
cool.
touch.
The Norgs are just sashimi in this contest, I swear. There's just another Norg. That's cattle for the slaughter, yeah. That's fun. Yep. Shut it, Shorky. I see that comment, yep. Anyway, right, so the next image is of the, I think this is towards the doorway. It's like towards the atomocycle there. I think the doorway to get out is here. Yeah.
1 sec.
Yeah.
Yes, so this is behind where that double door is. That's where the entrance to the back room is behind.
Yeah, it's
and you can
hidden.
See the
it's hidden here, yeah.
It's
hidden here, yeah. That's clever. The trash bags are quite fun by this pillar here. That's a good use of the trash. Little circuit box. Good vending machine. I quite like that. Using a mix of the arcade.
I love the neon signs on the sides. Like this is meant to be like a city, like cyberpunk city alleyway. Right, dark, dingy, dirty, neon lights everywhere. It captures the vibe very well.
Right, next image is again of just another cyberpunk area. Just trying to move out.
Yeah, so this is where the stairs upstairs would be, but they've been blocked off. I really like the door that's been like sealed off with sconces as if it was police tape. Like there's been a crime inside there, and it's been sealed off.
There's been a murder. Yeah, that's really clever. That's fun.
And then we've got like another like weapons vendor.
Yeah. The Dog Days poster's quite good for like Asian writing as well. I don't know if it's Chinese or Japanese. Up here that kind of gives it that like Asian vibe. And
another thing I like is that usually we don't like it when displays are too bright because it means you can't use that particular poster, like the Ureli Ride the Wave one. But them being bright fits this build so well because it's like glowing neon.
And lastly, we're into like the main living area, and by the way, the flooring.
The flooring. So if you're struggling to place where this is in the main room, so above the table. Above the main table to avoid all the red zones and stuff around there. And this entire thing has been built from scratch. So this is what's the name? The character that Ryan Gosling plays in Blade Runner 2049.
I know he's a replicant, but don't ask me for theme references. Speaking of, submit for our movie theme contest, thank you. Yeah. So I don't.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, I don't really know. I mean, the Arsenal I know is to the left of these benches here.
Yes.
And then the table made out of just what someone just said it. So apparently he put 600 cap into the tables alone as well. Apparently, are you sure it's not the floor?
Not the floor. He means.
Yeah, the floor. Yeah, sorry, yeah. A floor alone's apparently 1,000 cap. Yeah, or not the tables.
Yeah, so you see that robot arm on the ceiling with the 1,000-year fish being projected out of it. That in the film is where that character's, he's got the AI hologram girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing that projects her out. It's such a cool callback to the film. The layout is perfect.
It's really fun, yeah, really good. Right, HhallgrimH, I cannot tell what the cube seat is made out of. If it's this one here, it's made out of the sofas, and then they've just been clipped into the wall, and then they're surrounded by arcade cabinets as well. But yeah, right to the judging. Because we got like 6 more left, or after this one, or 8.
We're getting there now.
Yeah. So creativity, I'm gonna rank this exactly the same as Gems because there's lacking of the focal points, but they've done everything else to get there. But
I want to bump this up to an 8 because the theming's so strong. Sorry, not the theming for the contest, but the theme is in the cyberpunk theme and like achieving that look. And I think actually the way that he's restructured the main room to have it be like in between buildings and then you can go up into these 2 apartments is very unique. I actually want to give this high for creativity.
I mean, I'm not in the contest. I will let you decide the discrepancies. I would keep it as a 7.
I'm gonna
if
put
you
an
go
8
for
here.
8, that's fine. All right. In terms of skill level, I think it's, again, I want to say the same as Gems. I think they've done the same relative skill level, but they've got tons of little details, and that matters. So I think 7 is fair.
Yeah, I would agree with the 7th. Nothing super crazy, no crazy sculpts or anything, no crazy shadow art. But
yeah, like, and that matters because what you take on to build also dictates your skill level. And sometimes when we see the home-based orbiters, you kind of have to cap their skill level unless they do crazy amounts of details that bump them up. So yeah. In terms of theming, Devastator, I think this is more of a theme here. They've incorporated a few things of the theme, but it's a 1 or a 2 on the theme.
Yes.
The theming hurts of it. I mean,
it's a shame. I mean, this, like I said, this build wasn't built for this contest, and he only submitted because I convinced him to. But
yep.
Yeah, it's not. This is not
2
as
at
one
a
theme.
push. Yeah.
The other ones.
Image is 5.
Image quality 5.
Yep. Our AA brethren are doing well. They're listening to Mad's tutorial on making things look good.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, so Alice,
Right.
who is also
Next up, we've got
in our
Alice.
alliance. They're in the clan Phoenix Retribution, along with Gems as well, and Mad, that's Mad's clan, and they have 5 images. Please don't let this be inbox. Oh, God.
It's inbox.
Oh, God. Okay, at least it worked for me first time, so I'm happy with that. Oh, God.
God.
How do I move between the... Oh, okay, I have to move up here.
The left and right arrows on the
Oh,
top right.
God, it's so user-unfriendly. When I uploaded, I had to use inbox as well. All right. So first thing first, right? Alice's backroom has actually technically changed since this contest has happened. She's got in the downstairs. She can't help herself. Alice picked something and stick to it. Oh, it's just... I think it's like the 7th iteration now. Honestly, it's getting we're getting into double digits.
It's crazy. Yeah. But she's only submitted the upstairs room for this contest.
Yeah, so just the navigation and what we call the bedroom of the back room. So first one is of the kitchen area. The plant is where the navigation is, if I'm not being wrong.
Yes.
In the side, you've got Tributor's little hob stoves over here as well. So yeah, here, and then you've got an egg that you can't quite see. That's got the steam coming off of it from the pizza steel path decoration. That's quite good. That is fine. Then if we move to the next image, it's just another side variant of the kitchen. So you've got cabinets, microwave, the arcade. Is it the arcade cabinet, fridge as well? So yeah, just another little variant.
The arcade ticket machine.
Really well proportioned. Really, I quite like the proportions of this room.
Yeah, very, very clean, and I like the layout as well. It is quite a unique layout that I haven't seen for the upstairs room.
Yeah.
My opinion of this is slightly coloured because the layout that she had before this
was way better. Yeah.
It was better.
We
roasted
her quite a lot, but
we gave her no end of shit for that.
Good. Deserved. Right, then we get to the elevator, which, if I'm not mistaken, is actually my favourite part of this whole room, because that is where the what is it? The mirror is. That's where the mirror for the operator is. So when you go to the Arsenal, she loves live streaming, and like when you stand in front of there, like you're in front of the doorway to the elevator. So that's really clever. There's a button and a little text thing here as well that aren't quite that visible, but they're there.
Yeah, awesome. Faith, remind me, who was it who first built an elevator in their back room?
Was it you?
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah. I thought it was a trick question, man. I was going to say Alice because she's built 5 already. Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. Right, next one is. It's her computer display. I will say, by the way, so if you look at this computer screen, right, when I was discussing this with her, so she accidentally clipped in a display into the front of a PC and she can't get it out, but it's given it that retro wave, like
it's made it a retro. It works.
80s PC console, yeah.
It almost looks like a radar screen or something.
Yeah,
that is really cool. I think it works. It looks it looks intentional, so it's all good.
Yeah, Starfield screensaver apparently. Yeah, that's clever.
I know this is super gimmicky, but having Rusalka's cap over the Earth Steel Path trophy is just funny.
Oh, I still don't have that cap. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's good. No, I love the retro PC. It's my favourite part of that little area. But I love how a mistake led to something good, and the only way you can get back the item, because you can't get around, you have to reset the whole room so it's stuck. Watch that be the reason why she resets it next time, Pyro. Yeah. And then lastly, just another top view of the kitchen. So
one more angle of the kitchen.
Yeah, very, very good. Right, let's go to the to the judging. So, in terms of creativity, I do like the elevator. I do like everything. I think it's again the same kind of level of Gemzsie and jokes. I think capping out of the 7, but there's not too much going on because I want to make it a 6 only for one reason. It's just one part of the room. I don't think.
Agreed.
I don't think it's
if there was a main room at this quality, I would bump it up to a 7. Yep. I think
6 is fair.
Think 6 is more appropriate here.
The elevator keeps it high. If it didn't have it, and like the retro screensaver and the little details keep it there. Skill level, I want to give the same as Bitten and Horactius. I want to give a 7. I think it's really good. Again, it's just one room. There's not much to judge off, but the details she's added are super good for what they are. Theme 1, nothing to do with the theme. It's just a hit and hope.
Not even an attempt.
Yeah. And then image quality is a 5. Nothing wrong with the images.
Yeah.
Right. Happeefox, who is in our Discord, part of the clan Roguish Trickery, and lots of interesting things.
We have got, right off the bat, we've got an outside build.
Yes. So let's hopefully, thank God the images work. So yeah. This is so nice. This is so nice. You don't have motion, Alice. I'm calling it. What motion? What's moving in your back room?
The only motion in your back room is your mouse button moving to the reset all button. Yeah. That's the only motion that's happening.
Agreed. Yep. Apparently there's motion in the elevator, but you don't see that. Like, that's the thing. It's just there, yeah.
Bloodshed rightfully pointed out that I stole the elevator idea from him. He said, oh, you should build an elevator then. I was like, yoink.
Pyro, is anything of yours original? You stole the water, you've stolen the elevators. I think maybe your Witcher sigil is the only thing original. But anyway.
Wow. Hey, I built an entire fucking TARDIS in my back room. Anyway. This is a great build from Horactius. Sorry, from Happeefox. Just the concept of putting a complete sky over the ceiling means you don't have to worry about the ceiling just not letting you place stuff past a certain height as well.
I've been in here, by the way. It's so much more impressive in person. I know Happy may not think it's that great. I love this background.
I really love it, and I agree. It looks. I've seen it in person as well, and I agree. It looks more impressive than what these images are showing.
I love that the house is actually where you go upstairs. That's super creative and fun, and you can actually leave that window. By the way, you can actually look at this Monster Go doll, which we'll see later. From this little window up here. So they presented this build really well. Absolutely love it. But anyway, right, let's move on to some of the other images. The forest and the inhabitants. So this one shows off the full forest, which is super impressive. And so if you're not aware of Roguish Trickery on the dojo scene, they basically have a dojo full of monster goes. And it's super fun and creative, and they try and theme them to different things like musicians, animals, settings, stuff like that, right? So they've incorporated a dojo element to their build, which I think is super personal.
Also really worth noting that in their dojo, it's usually the other decorator, Raven, who does the sculpting. This was actually Happeefox's first attempt at sculpting. He put this sculpt through a ton of different revisions. Yep. It was in a few different poses, but he ended up settling on this one, and I think it looks great.
Really, really good, yeah. And they have another porch view of the forest, so you can just see a different angle. So if you're looking, the arsenal is roughly here, and the doorway is roughly to go out that way. You can actually get out and see everything, and there's like an underground area where you can still use all of the consoles, so they haven't blocked them off. Number 4, cozy interior and a fireplace of the nice window. So yeah, this is very interior, so this is at the front of the house where you're looking in, and this is where the bedroom would be as well. So so fun. So.
It's super creative. It's unique. It stands out from all the other entries. The exterior of the house is so well made. Like, the architecture looks very convincing. We've got a great mix of textures. We've got the locker, we've got the other locker, we've got the stone planters.
I'm on the inside now, Pyro. Yep, we're on image 4. Yep.
I'm still looking at the outside.
Yeah, like, it's fine. We've been going for a while, so we need to.
Yeah, we got to get a move on. We said this was going to be a quick one.
Yeah. what a lie.
What a lie.
Wow, yeah. So the fireplace has the jet engines of the what is it? The Grineer ships that you can add, that you get from Barrow. So that's actually one of the flame jets.
The Grineer fighters.
I wish there was a bit of a more close up from the other side, but it's also see terrarium. No, very, very nice. And
the shape of it itself is the Zaraman chairs. That's how they've got that opening there.
Yeah, so they've just been stacked in. One rotated on the back, one on the front. Nice and easy. And lastly, they have a view of their kitchen, which luckily I don't need to open up. And
nice.
Basically the side where the other part is like where you walk through here, basically. So the navigation is... I can't remember where the navigation is in this. I think... it's on the carpet. It's on the rug.
It's under the carpet, that's right, because the fridge and stuff is in front of where the TV is.
Yeah. And you walk up
TV.
And you walk up the rug to get in, by the way, when you spawn in. So,
I love the hanging utensils over that counter on the side. That's just 2 lamp stems that have been used to make like a hanging storage thing.
Yeah, you've got the pan and the knife, and you've got the Alice loaf of bread here as well, which we didn't see. So, yeah, that's really clever. Fridge is good, storage is good. The terrarium at the back right here is really nice as well. Using a lot of the cave art and plants. That's really, really fun. That really, really cozy space. Very, very creative space. The only thing I wish they had was a close-up of the monster girl, because that's the main focal point.
Because we've got 2 angles of it, 3 in fact, but none of them are close-ups. I feel like one of those should have been a close-up.
And the build doesn't break down in front of it. But anyway, we'll talk about it in judging. So creativity, I'm gonna say 8 or a 9. They've got the focal point. They've got the house focal point. They've got the interior.
I would give this a 9 for the fact that it's I have not seen a build like this attempted yet in the back room. That's impressive to me.
HhallgrimH's done something similar with his stuff in the work in progress.
That is true.
So it's more of an outside thing, but in terms of Happy did it first, technically. But yeah, no, I'll agree 9. I'll agree 9. Super creative. Sculpture, garden, redesigned the whole room and factored in the house as being where you live. Really, really fun. Skill level.
There's some advanced sculpting in here, and there's some advanced architecture on the outside. I wouldn't say that the architecture in the inside of the house is that exciting.
That's the only thing holding it back from being a bit higher.
That is what's holding it back.
Yeah, but it's still really milli. I think it's because just they may have not had the pieces, because that build is very plat intensive, with the amount of ferrite and the amount of fergalite, so it's very Noko and Nightcap and plat themed. So
yeah, and it is worth bearing in mind that the deadline for this contest was quite tight. It was only like 3.5 weeks from it being announced to the closing.
So really tough. I think he said he used like 2,000 to 3,000 plat just on ferrite, by the way.
I'm not surprised with how much ferrite there is.
Really, really good. I minimum 8. I'll let you decide if it's a 9, because again, you're not competing.
I think I'm gonna give it an 8 for skill.
Everyone's saying
I'm tempted to give it
8 or 10, 9s.
What are people saying in chat?
So in terms of skill, some people are saying 10, but skill. Thing is, the monster girl does push it up a little bit. If we're to do a sculpt in anything is high. I mean, so for who was it? Avynire or so for Kylesith, who did the pagodas and the statues, he got a 10, right?
Yeah.
I kind of think it's a little bit below that. It would be harsh to give it an 8. I want to say 9.
I think I'll agree with a 9 because the sculpt is very high quality.
Yeah, that's our thing. Theme. So you've got lots of growth. You've got the water. You've kind of got the nature aesthetic. There isn't really much horse though. No haunts, as the chat keeps saying. Yeah.
No haunts.
No haunts. Yeah.
That may have to be a 2 for theming.
Yeah, the growth and the nature and the fresh starts is what is like the loose-sided gimmicks. And normally for these contests, for people that aren't aware, they probably will side with things with horses. So it will hold your builds back, just in case. For image quality, 5. However, I wanted more from the Monster Go. So I don't know if I'm being harsh by saying 4, but I think everything was still presented really well.
I'm going to give it a 5 because everything's been presented well, and you do get a good view at the Monster Girl from the second image. But I do agree that I would like to see one zoomed in, but still, that's still a 5. Like, there's nothing wrong with the images.
That's perfectly fine. All right, help me.
The next entry is by this guy called FaithNo45. I don't really know who he is. I think he must be some kind of newcomer onto the decorating scene.
Yeah.
So very excited to see what he or she or
chat.
They may
be
have
super
an offer.
honest, by the way. Like I've spoke to most of you about this build. I'm sure dragging you all in to view it as well. So yeah, everyone's booing me.
So right off the bat, we've got a build here that has been precision engineered to try and be as successful in this contest as possible, sticking religiously to the theme. While also being quite creative, I think. And let's go through it step by step.
So, by the way, before we go, right, so I was going to build my back room before the contest was announced, and I waited until they announced the theme before I started building it. And as you're aware, some of you was in my build stream when I started it. So, I wanted to try and give myself the best opportunity to do as much Chinese stuff as possible to try and win this contest, because I've never won a community contest, and that was my aim this time. I've given it big to Pyro, Gem, everyone in the server that I have to at least win one in my lifetime, and it would be hilarious if I won a personal decorating contest ahead of everyone in the server, and no one affiliates me as the backroom or orbiter guy. They consider me the 16-time dojo winner, which I get ruthlessly trolled about. So hopefully I can change and turn some heads with this contest. But either way, right, first image. First image. Yep.
So right off the bat, we have another outside area build with the blue tributors. We've got the gate with the Kylesith sticker on it. I really like my favorite detail in this screenshot has got to be the gong. Both using the symbol itself and then the other the structure that's been built around it. It looks super convincing.
Yep.
Turning the navigation into a little water basin is smart rather than just hiding the planets.
The Shorezin's Vistoma Cord, by the way. The cave poster to the left of the pagoda is the Codex. The book to the right is the 99 computer as well, which is floating. So everything in this is super functional. And at the very back left to the right of the gong is also an Oberon display that's kind of being bedded in because I couldn't cover it up, so I kind of did some magic to kind of build it in. I couldn't get the images of the other side, which have a house and a cave. I had so many things to take images of, I had to compromise with another image of this room because there are other things to look at. But anyway,
that's fair. So we've then got a bedroom. We've got the Sorgor bed returns with a vengeance.
Yep.
I like your. I told you this already, but I like your lantern design using just 2 curved displays. It's a different shape.
It's a display wrapped, by the way. If anyone was
that's the one.
Super curious on what one it was. And the sigil at the back of the bed is the actual symbol for the year of the horse. As well, if you Google it, that's what it looks like. So I thought I'd have that included as well, which I've written a bunch of text about to kind of link it. And this is also attached to the pagoda room. So if you walk through the middle of the pagoda here, you actually come through, there's the doorway here that leads you to the bedroom. So they are the same room. So I've had to do some cap magic to try and get the best out of both sides. But anyway. And then I've stolen more things with the water display in the third image. So when you come out of the bedroom, you come down here, and then you have a water display. The drops in the water is where the market is, so you can still access there as well. But I definitely stole this from Pyro when I visited his Vista suite in his Dormizone. People are saying disqualified. Oh, wow. Yeah, too many stolen ideas, minus 10. No originality.
I like the design on the wall next to the stairs with the
Of
with
a
the
Starday's posters, yeah, the little.
display.
It was just to break up the wall. That's all it was, because
Yeah,
it was too
exactly.
flat.
You've got a flat wall, so you need something to break it up.
Yeah.
I like the variety of vegetation that you've got in the pond. Cool waterfall as well, and that's also a display wrap, isn't it, for the water?
Yeah. I didn't steal the skylights from it's Vin, by the way, not Jin. VC Vin. But I technically didn't. But I didn't steal the exact design. I just stole the concept of them and made my own patterns. Because
it's fine. Like Gemzsie used that in hers as well. It's all good.
Yeah. Stole the whole room. Wow, Alice.
Right, and then we come to the highlight of this room, which is the horse mural made almost entirely out of glow plants.
Yeah, and the Valus Fern for the main as well.
The Valus Fern for the main. Now, for the gaps that you've done with the shading, is that an item or is that just gaps in between?
It's made out of the Toplar plant or the Topia plant that you get from Smokefinger. So.
The taper nodule.
That's it, yeah. So they can scale quite small, and I rotated the glow plants in angles to shape the horse mouth shape, the leg shape, and underneath the arm because Alice made a good point that the build was two-dimensional, and you couldn't actually see what leg was in the front or the back. So this helped break it up, so it gave it a bit more 3D realism, and you can see what leg is what, basically. So and then here's the more close-up one of it. And then also I wanted to do something for the sun and moon for the Chinese symbolism as well, which is quite important in their mythology. And I just changed the lanterns to blue down here as well to kind of give it that more water and tranquil thing. I made a big point in my submission about the colours in Chinese mythology, and they all represent different things. So having red and the blue is fine, because blue represents something different from red. So, yeah. Yep.
Right, so I mean, overall, this build is just very pleasing to look at. Everything fits in super well. The theming is clearly the theming was front and center of your mind throughout this entire build process. I really like this build. I think it's absolutely great. In terms of judging.
Yes, right, okay. You're gonna do it. I'm going to stay the fuck out because it's my build.
So this build is super creative. Is it quite as creative as No Regrets and Kylesith is the question I'm asking myself currently. And I really like this build. I think I'm going to give it a 9 for creativity. Because while individual elements in this room are super creative, the room as a whole looks really nice with the tributor windows and the way it's been squared off. It's just not quite as unique as No Regrets and Kylesith's, only by a hair. So I think I am going to give it a 9 for creativity.
All right. Okay.
Skill level 10, no question asked. Not even questioning that. Theming 5, because you have stuck absolutely religiously to the theme, and image quality 5.
Yep. Okay.
There it is.
Right.
I'm super tempted to give it a 10 for creativity as well, but I do think that No Regrets and Kylesith just have the slight edge over it.
It really depends. If I win, it depends how much they value the theme, because obviously we're doing this at all equal rankings. They might just see the most.
We're not though. That's the thing. We're doing theming out of 5 rather than out of 10.
So but they might judge theming more importantly.
They might do it out of 10. So yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So like we said, our chances are what the actual results will not match what our top 5 is at the end of this.
Gem's saying I'm screaming internally. Yeah, Pyro, how could you? You've betrayed me. No, I think it's relatively fair. Even though I'm crying into Shorky's pillow again now.
I think there's agreement in chat.
Yeah.
Sonic 2 and Knuckles says
9.9
great name, username by the way. Sonic 2 and Knuckles.
9.9. Don't let him have the 10. I mean, again, I don't want to get involved because obviously I would put 10 across the board, right? But that's just me. But I'll let Pyro decide.
It's your build. If you don't like it, what are you even doing, right?
Exactly right. Yeah.
Exactly. Let's move on.
Yes.
We're at page 2 now.
Yes,
Almost
we have
there.
4 left. Yeah.
We have 4 left.
I love how we said, about an hour and a half. We're going into a 3-hour video.
2 hours later.
Literally. Right.
So we have HhallgrimH. A bit of a story behind this submission. This was it literally says here, I decided one day before the deadline to actually make something. He had a bit of a scare where he needed some more Drac root for this horse sculpt and was just waiting with bated breath on the last day of the contest to see if Acrithis would bring it. And thankfully she did.
Gemzsie said, finally a real submission following my... Wow. That's crazy. That is madness. Oh, wow. I mean... Yep. Oh, right.
Yeah, so
anyway.
I mean, right off the bat, this horse sculpt is fantastic. I mean, if we compare it to, this is a smaller scale sculpt, kind of medium to small scale.
It's about
if we compare it to
size.
the horse sculpt, if we compare it to the horse sculpt we saw in, what was the submission?
It was the one we gave 8 for creativity. I think it was MystMan, who had the waterfall as well, but it wasn't a high skill. Yeah, so yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this is a way more accurate. The posing is fantastic. The way that the body is kind of tilted to the side and the head.
Yeah, really, really good.
Really good.
Colors on point as well. This is, by the way, where the navigation is. So that's where you would literally be here spawning in and selecting where you want to go. Yeah. I
love the contrast between the orange fiery background and then you've got the blue of the Xenoflora just to break up that bottom layer, but then it's still also got red leaves on the bottom. Great item choice there.
Yeah. And if you look to the second image, it just shows you the other variant image of it as well. So a bit further out, almost like as on this stage, using the red ottoman chairs or whatever they're called, the settees, sofas, to kind of like grid line it, make a pattern. I think here's where the navigation console is here, where you go select your missions. That's really clever. Yeah, who said that? Gemzsie said about color theory. Yeah, no, very, very true. Sticking rigidly to the theory. Really, really good example.
Absolutely.
There's another image from the side where you just see another angle of it as well, where you get to see more of the head shape from the other side. Really, really good. Again, I like people using the new iOS codes as the sigils on the sides. Regret's done it.
Yes, and in case you weren't aware, so some of the other platform text codes are platform specific. So like the Xbox ones you can only use on Xbox, blah blah blah. The iOS ones are available on all platforms. Just as a heads up.
Yep. HhallgrimH just said, he's in the chat, framing was made in like 15 minutes, no thought behind it.
You say that, but I think there has been quite a bit of thought behind it. Like, I mean, sure, the structure is a bit blocky and could have been refined with some more time, like the structure of the stage. But just the way it frames the sculpt is the main event here, as it should be.
Yeah, I mean, I have no complaints. I mean, I think, is this the only thing you've submitted, HhallgrimH? Oh, it is, yeah. So he's got more. So it's just this front-facing horse, which, again, very on theme. Right, let's go to the judging. We've done it. All right. So, I wonder what. No, you know what? I'm going to let Pyro pick the creativity on this one. I just want to know. I'm just curious.
So this one is tough to judge because it is only a focal point, whereas in the other ones we've said they're good because they cover the the whole room and you've got details in different parts of the room. This is the opposite of that, where the rest of the room hasn't been decorated, but the focal point is so good that I still want to award it highly for creativity. So overall, I'm wavering between a 7 and an 8 currently.
It's because it's only the one thing, and other people have done more rooms, and that's what's fair. In terms of the actual horse, though, super creative and a focal point, and we did say that we would award focal points more, so we give it the higher mark. I think 7 would be fair in that.
I think 7 is fair.
A lot of people are saying 6 in the chat. HhallgrimH said 2.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, I think 7's fair. And again, when it comes to focal points and sculpts, people do get awarded more because it's an entirely own skill level. And also, you've used the Zaraman. If you're not aware of what the horse is made out of, let me go back to the image. It's made out of a lot of the Zaraman kitchen items you get from Hombask, which is a really good use of the items at that scale. And there's a few alloy plates in there as well for some leg breakage and direct route. It is still really creative. If anyone else had this, they'd be begging for it in their Orbiter backroom. Even their dojo. Even this could very well fit in a dojo. So yeah, people would be jealous. So absolutely. I'll keep it at 7. Skill level, because it's for one area, I think we kind of have to cap it at 8, only because it's one area and I don't want to give it any higher, but we can give it the maximum I want to give it compared to what other people have done in more comprehensive one rooms. I think 8 is fair. Theming 5, I kind of think it's bang on the theme.
It's horse. Like, even if it's, I mean, to be fair, it is hitting all the other points because you've got movement and speed with the pose of the horse as well, strength and vitality. I mean, because all of those other themes center around the horse anyway, and we've got our red and gold accents. So
images 5 by the way. Gem said capped at 8 is well because who else did a full 3D sized horse? There was MystMan who did one, and obviously there's been murals of one.
There's no regrets had his seahorse boat.
Shadow art. He had weapons. He had a mural of one on the weapons area. He had a forge. We go on. And then, like, for example, who else got the 10s as well? Kylesith had like 4 head statues, a tree, 20 pagodas.
And one of those was a big horse bust on the
side as well. So again, it's capped because other people have done significantly more and they're the benchmark as well. But yeah, again, I think HhallgrimH's going to be like, 2 as well. But anyway.
Nah.
Yeah.
HhallgrimH, you're massively underrating this build. This sculpt is fantastic.
Yeah, he said he wished he did his current horse head. Well, too late. We're only judging what we can see. Right, we've got 3 left. So we've got Starchild N7, which is on Imgur. Here's my backroom. Spent lots of time on it.
Right.
Definitely growth.
We've got a... Right. Interesting. So this is a very clutter-focused build, I would say.
Yeah, let's take a little look. So this area is the stairs that go down. It's just a massive trophy collection of fish. Zalman walls, good for the helmet. That's neat. I like the staircases that go down to get up. I don't know what they're made out of. I think they're the mechanical signs that you get from...
it is the Rail Agent Manifest on the left side. Yeah. That's the Rail Agent Manifest. Yeah. The underside of it is dark grey.
Can we get a fish in the chat, please, for the number of fish vets? And Norg again.
When fish trades mentioned.
Yep. Exactly, yeah. Then we have the upstairs, which is they've got all of their steel path trophies above in the exact order that they put on the steel the star chart.
They are in their correct star chart positions.
That's actually clever.
Cool.
Yeah. They've got some floofs. They've got a bed at the... See, again, the bedroom. Everyone uses that area as the bedroom. It's also the most uniquely placed one I've seen, by the way, because everyone puts their bed in this little nook, and then this one's just got it in front of the actual entrance. So, first time I've seen that,
It's like off-center a bit. It's at an angle.
It looks very feng shui. Like they've just placed it where the energy goes, yeah. Get May Rose's star chart crystals out there, right? Then another angle of the bedroom as well. As you just see from that side. It's got more of the same with the other. Then they've got the downstairs arsenal area. Oh, there's the doorway, sorry. There's the arsenal. They've got the cave in their arsenal, by the way. Of the bottom right, if you look.
Wait, hold on.
It's the 4th image, yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. They've got tons of domestic cleaners in here. It's a shame that they stay where they are in images because they just look like there's like hollow codes. Yeah.
I like the way they've used the wood planters on the floor to make like stepping stones.
Oh yeah, that's really clever. Yeah,
that's quite nice actually. And again, they're all placed at like different kind of angles to look like it's been placed naturally. There has been more thought put into this build than what it appears at first glance, I will say. But in terms of overall, this is a step below kind of those benchmark builds that we've been talking about.
Yep, I agree.
In terms of both creativity and skill,
I kind of think it's very similar to the owning power orbiter. Maybe a little bit less in terms of creativity. I want to say a 5 because I like the stepping stones. Skill, I think 5 in the middle as well. Theming, barring the growth and the nature, there's not much. I mean, they've got the cave in there. I'd go maybe 2 at most because there's not much theming to the actual contest. Image quality, I think the image quality is fine. I think they've done a good job of showing
They've got some good angles.
We'll keep it 5. Like, if people have done good photos, we won't punish them at 5.
Agreed.
Right, so we have yet another, next up, another member of Phoenix Retribution that's submitted. I think that's what, like 3 members. We got Alice, Gems, and now notCircles, who is known as Lilo, who's been on our dojo tours. So,
yay.
Yeah, and we like Lilo. I think she's added more images since I've seen. Oh, no, she hasn't. That's fine. Right. So we have the first room, which I believe is downstairs. It's the arsenal area is roughly to the right of the couch, and they've got a little spa to the left. Like little water feature there with some of the Jaku vases and the wooded Chinese texturing. They've got I really like their doors, by the way. They're the Chinese sliding doors, or the Asian sliding doors. I don't know if they're Japanese, Chinese, or if they're just like a thing down in that area of the world. But I like that they can move in and out. That's really clever. Little cave on.
Yeah, I love the pattern that has been made on the walls with the wood planters. They haven't just been arranged kind of where the hot spring is. They haven't just been arranged in a grid pattern. You've actually got the edges of them making a cool pattern. I like it.
And Pyro, someone else using the curved display for the water coming out of a little tap. There's always the way to go. Then there's just an upper version of it, so a better looking view. I think the doorway goes to outside, so I think you can walk through there to get out of the...
Yeah, because that'll be where the entrance door and the atomocycle is behind that.
Yeah. The actual layout and architecture is really nice on the wide angle of it. Yeah, I'm glad it's not a square and it's like a cat, like moving up like an angular, triangular ceiling. Yeah, that's really clever. Yeah.
Then moving on to the upstairs room, we've got I would say a fairly basic living room setup, not too different from what is there at base.
This has been here for a while. So the bed, for example, of the middle left, you can't move anymore. So she cannot change that area because of the red zones added.
That is in the red zone. That is in the red zone.
Grotesque pizza montage that they added, where he's looking like he's a serial killer. Yeah, Gemzsie said, "What a queen, Lilo." Yep. Very, very great. Yeah, the fireplace is really good. That's super creative. Lanterns, I think that's the most... Is a different type of lantern we've seen to that.
Yeah, so it's still using the Entrati Ottoman, but we've got
I think it's 2 or 3 in a circle around it. It's like because my ones are quite thin, so you need maybe 2 or 3 that go around that bottom. Yeah, the table looks good as well. Hallgrim pointed out. Yeah, the navigation bit. That's clever.
Yeah, it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice,
and
because you can put stuff on it without. Basically, if you want to make that into a table, the thing you got to bear in mind is that the planets rotate, so you got to make sure that they won't clip into anything as it spins round.
She hasn't added the cat, which is here to the right. I think she's not wanted to submit.
So again, I really wanted her to submit the cat, and she was like, "Oh no, because it's not on theme."
Well, it is technically, because if you were to add it to if you just had the 3 little like lucky kavats in front of it, you could say, "Oh my god, they've done it to the decoration as well." So that would really be up there with the theme. Yeah.
So in case you don't know what we're talking about, on this upstairs room image, just to the right there, in front of where the default TV would be, Lilo's got this lovely wall mural of a sitting cat. It's made out of the scrap decoration.
No, I think it's ferrite blocks, just turned over. So it's
it's the scrap.
Is it scrap? Are we sure?
Yeah, it is. I've seen it.
Let me. I'm going to go to the Discord very, very quickly. What a god.
Unless you changed it since I last saw it.
I'm just looking. If I can find it. There's so many orbiters. I'm so glad people love sharing their stuff with us. It's so fun. There's Happies. It's been there for quite a while. I can't find it. I'm convinced it's made out of ferrite blocks, but I could stand corrected.
Anyway,
we're moving on.
It's not in the submission. It's not in the submission.
Yeah, so it's devastating.
I think it should have been.
Gem said it's a devastating move, yeah. And lastly, they have a helmet that's been hidden in a little jungle as well. So, a bit obscured. I think this is just bonus points for the red theme as well, yeah. There's not much going on, it's just obviously a little garden area for the helmet. So, yeah.
Yeah, so in terms of judging this one, I would rank it similarly to Gemzsie's.
Yeah, very much so. By the way, Alice has confirmed it's the ferrite, by the way, so...
Is it the ferrite?
It's definitely the ferrite, yeah. Anyway...
Don't mind me just being wrong about everything.
Yeah. It's fine, us reading, it doesn't work. Let's go to judging. So... Creativity, what did you say, sorry?
I would give it a 7.
Yeah, if she added the cat, I would be putting it as a 8 immediately.
It would get bumped up to an 8
it's similar to the architecture ones we've seen in previous ones. Skill level, I want to say 7 again, because it's super. Just because of the fact that they've got the Chinese doors and the wooden things, it's been laid out really well. Lanterns and stuff. 7's the most I would give it on being a nice person. For the theme,
we've got the lanterns. We've got
the Chinese aesthetic.
Accents.
We've got gold accents. The Chinese doors are good. The water features, the growth, very cozy.
Yeah, we've got the plants as well. I think 3.
3's fair. The problem with some of these builds is that we've got a lot of actual built horses, so we have to be mindful of that as well.
Yeah, that's the thing.
3's fair.
And then
if she had done the Kavat, it would be a 5 because it links to the actual event. So
for sure.
Yeah. Oh my god. But anyway, right, we've got one left from the greatest name. BillyNye the Heavy Weapons Guy. I love it. I love it.
I wish I could say that I was as hot on this submission as I was on the username. But
right, let's have a look. So, first image is just a lot of posters on the wall with their Warframe in focus, with chat on the side. Second image is more of the same, where they've just dotted around the Chinese New Year poster and the red chair. The next one is more of the same downstairs with some red placed items. Next one is very similar with the little drum kit. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of the drum kit stuff because it's red from Temple. More posters around. And then we have a little market with the floof area as well. Respectfully, it feels like they've had this and they've said, I'm just going to spam some of the Chinese New Year 1 credit posters and just see if something sticks to the wall in this contest, quite literally, with what they're doing.
I mean, the fact that region chat is showing, it's not even their alliance chat or their clan chat, mind you, that is region chat.
Yeah, region
I
chat.
feel like I feel like I have to deduct a point just for region chat being enabled.
People talking about Monster Hunter World, and Necros.
I mean, for real, this isn't what we would call a serious entry, right?
No. It's very similar to the first one we saw. I actually think we're back to where we started in a loop. I would rank it exactly the same.
What, 1-1-1-2-1?
Yeah, is that. So I think that's fair. I think it's exactly the same entry that we saw at the beginning. So we've completed our circle. So
now is the magical moment where I sort the score.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Before, by the way, right. So, chat. No, it's fine. You can sort. It's fine. Chat. Let us know who you think should win 1st to 5th, because there are 5 winners. So now's your time to tell us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 who you think should win this. If you're unsure, check the forums again. But Pyro will sort the stuff, and we can just kind of go through like the top maybe 7 or 8 submissions again to remind you what they were.
Yeah, we're gonna have some tiebreakers to do here. That's the thing.
Yeah. So
So
based on the scoring, No Regrets or Kylesith will win 1st or 2nd. I will win 3rd. Lego will win 4th, and one of Avynire, Happeefox, or HhallgrimH, or if I'm missing someone here, Avynire, Happeefox, or HhallgrimH will win 5th. So there's that. Obviously, No Regrets had the Seahorse Raider themed backroom. Kylesith was the one with the pagodas and the green pot statue heads and the horse bust. I had the pagoda, bedroom, and glow horse. Lego had the Dag of Hollow themed room. Avynire had the really nice little shadow art room, Chinese themed interior, but I don't think it lacked a sculpt. It was more of a general theme of it. Happy had the monster girl and the outside, and HhallgrimH had the flaming horse. Other outside people, MystMan had the little horse under the waterfall. DoULikeJokes had the nice geometric patterns in his upstairs. Gemzsie has a showcase, you've probably seen it. Bitten as well had the dance floor and the upstairs clock and the square lanterns. Horactius, what did Horactius have in his?
Horactius had the garage door, the kitchen.
Yeah, that's right.
The hanging ornaments on the tree.
That's correct. All right. So we'll see what chat's saying. I think they're figuring it out for themselves. So yeah.
Yes. Worth mentioning, last year there were 4 honourable mentions.
Yeah. So
just bear that in mind.
So it's interesting.
I do think still that my overall favourite is No Regrets.
Yeah.
It's really tough between him, Kylesith, and yourself, to be honest. But
yeah,
I do think there is just such a spark of creativity within No Regrets.
Regret said he'll get honourable mention. He doesn't think it's Chinese themed enough to get it.
Nah. You've hit so many of the check boxes. Yeah.
Shorky's just being a hater. Just said I'm finishing last. That's pretty much his whole feedback. Yeah, thank you, Shorky. What have I done to deserve this hate from you today? HhallgrimH said he thinks No Regrets in first, Kylesith second, Avynire third, Gemzsie fourth, and me fifth. Sonic said big salute to whoever gets honourable mentions. I hope this gets a prize too. They normally don't. It's just
they don't
features
do
on
ties.
Prime time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can have ties because it's fine.
Yeah. Plasma said Regrets first, Kylesith second, Faith third, Avynire fourth, and Happeefox fifth. Honourable mentions HhallgrimH and Jokes. Doolan said Green Pot Sculpture Dude, No Regrets Faith. So Kylesith, Regrets me, then yeah. Regrets said he should have done Bloodwater. Alice said Faith is dead last. And
first and last backroom is better than yours.
Well, your backroom doesn't even exist because it keeps getting redone. Yeah. So yeah, I generally think again a lot of people think it's a mix of it. Now, a lot of people are overlooking DrLego's things, and again, I think he's gonna win something to haunt my dreams from when he won the Dag of Hollow contest with his Grendel stomach. Because he finished first, I finished second. So, yeah, interesting. Pyro, who do you think will win first to fifth? So what's your gut saying? What's your gut saying?
My gut is telling me No Regrets first, Kylesith second, yourself third. I think you're right that DrLego will place either fourth or fifth. I think I would actually rate Happeefox's above Avynire's, so I think it will be either DrLego and Happy for fourth and fifth.
Yeah.
I think honourable mentions will be HhallgrimH. Whichever one of DrLego, Avynire, and Happeefox doesn't get into fourth or fifth will get the honourable mention. I think Jokes will, just because of the visual impact of his build.
It's very nice, yeah. I think.
And then for the last honourable mention, I mean, I think maybe Gems. I'm not sure though because Gems has been
recently featured, but they may factor it in.
Might count again. They may or may not.
I kind of think for visual thing they may give Bitten one of the honourable mentions for the dance floor stage because it's different. So it
they
might
like
be
fun stuff like that.
Yeah,
they do.
So
like
it might be
stuff.
A thing of variety because Gems and Jokes' backrooms look very similar in the sense that they're warm, gold, wooden. They're very visually the same, so they might break it up with, okay, what's more visually interesting for the next honourable mention or image we can show. So they just like showing a variety for honourable mention, so they're can be all over the place. So I think one of those two will win an honorable mention. It'd be great if they did both. They might show the MystMan horse as an honorable mention because they've crafted a 3D horse as well.
True, but again, I think if HhallgrimH's getting an honorable mention, then he wouldn't.
True.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So yeah, you're going Regrets, Kylesith, me, Lego, and then Happy in that order, right?
Yeah, possibly Happy above Lego actually. I know that's not reflected in our scoring. Why? Oh right, because Happy's didn't quite fit the theme. That was the thing.
So it's not really horse theme, but it goes along with it. Whereas Lego actually had more theming, and it was the same relative skill level, which is very it's tough because I want to back myself, Pyro. I want to say, because I've been the most on theme with Kylesith, I think one of us two will win, first and second. I don't know which one, and Regrets will finish third, solely just for the Chinese theme. I think the theming for these contests sometimes is more important than the quality and skill level, because I don't know whoever's judging, what they're going to like more. And obviously the theme for other contests, this is a very themed contest, and with the Dojo contest, they try to pick as many horse-themed builds as possible for the images.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Those stand out more than the generic home base orbiters, not generic, but the ones that haven't been built in mind for this contest. So I think it's clear that No Regrets did build his with the contest specifically in mind because of how much horse theming there is. Yeah. Gemzsie said, if HhallgrimH and Regrets don't place in the top 5 honorables, I'm flying to London, Ontario first class to give them a piece of my mind. Yeah. I'm rooting for Regrets to win, because I think he has the most creativity and the best focal points in there. Obviously, I want to win. It'd be great, so I could lord it over everyone. I don't think I will, but I think me or Kylesith will win 1 and 2. Regrets may finish third. I think HhallgrimH will finish because of how strikingly big it is in 5th, and I think Avynire will finish 4th, and I think Happy will get the honorable mention, just because I think that they're gonna prioritize. I can already see them showing the Cave Shadow Art TV room that Avynire had in his area. I think little details like that might go a long way. And then they will show MystMan, Gemzsie, Bittens, and maybe Lilo's as well for the honorable mentions for more Chinese themed aesthetic stuff. So yeah, it's tough to know.
It's tough, and like I said, these scores, what we've given here will not match the judging.
No, absolutely.
There will be one rogue pick in the honorable mentions, or in 4th or 5th, that we probably haven't expected. That just happens in these contests.
Yeah, watch Alice. She's giving me some shit. Watch Alice get an honorable mention, and they'll show the elevator. Yeah, that'll be what it is. Yeah. But no, they can do pretty much anything they want with these contests. They're never, when me and Shorky do our dojo stuff, we get maybe 75% of the stuff right, but we tend to be good at picking the ultimate winners. We're actually really good at the All-Stars and Golds. So I kind of think it's locked in. Me, Regrets, and Kylesith will win 1st to 3rd, but in what order is up to anyone's imagination.
It is in their hands now.
I do. So yeah, thank you, Alice.
Congratulations to everyone who entered. Well done, just for putting in the effort to enter. It's a shame that this contest didn't get more entries than it did. That's mainly due to the theme. If I'm not mistaken, the last year's one had 11 pages, 13 pages of entries.
Well, it was a generic contest, and the problem of generic contests compared to theme contests is that everyone submitted for that generic contest, and then obviously to retool and to rebuild a backroom is a mighty project.
Right, like the guy that got an honorable mention last year for building the Millennium Falcon, is he going to tear down that build to do something for this contest? No. And also people that do repeat submissions might go, oh, they might know it's a repeat submission, so I might not get any favour in the contest. Yes. If I haven't adapted my build. You can see that the two people, Avynire and Kylesith, who placed last year, have significantly altered their builds in order to avoid that. Which is
I also just want to point out, Regrets, Kylesith, me, Lego, I kind of think Avynire, don't want to say Happeefox. He didn't build it for the contest. HhallgrimH, MystMan, Bittern, Horactius, Lilo, and maybe the people but okay, the serious people that actually built, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people that built seriously for this contest. So there was literally
specifically
half, like nearly a full page. So, those are the people that actually did like builds for this contest. The others were adaptations from existing builds. And I'm not including the people that did the placing down posters kind of thing. Like anyone can do that. Yeah. So yeah, 10 people built specifically for this contest. And again, like most people don't want to tear down their backroom. I know Gem adapted hers, Happy adapted, Horactius probably adapted as well to credit. So it's tough. It's really tough to ask some people in 3 weeks or whatever it was to build something brand new for a contest that doesn't fit their theme. And bearing in mind, most people want their backrooms to be their home base. They don't necessarily want it to be a themed area for a contest that they might have to tear down. Because, I'm not going to lie, it's beaten the hell out of me for the last month doing this farming. I probably did 300 runs of Nightcap and his bounties to get my items. It was pretty much a full-time job doing it. It was crazy.
So I definitely, so I'm going to send some, once the results get announced, I'll send a feedback email to Uday being like, yo, at least give more than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I feel like 6 weeks
a good 6 weeks is fine, because it gives
like this,
people time to do it. And not everyone has like 5k plat to buy everything in order to do it, or they don't want to rip it down. Also, people are super protective of their builds. Like, that's why I had an advantage, because I had nothing. I started from the ground up, and I could tailor it specifically for this contest. But some people, unless you're Alice, of course, who just wants to purge everything she's made because, she's bored one day. But you tend to get people that, like, place down one cabinet, and they're like, I'm super invested into this one cabinet, and I don't want to remove it. And I'm super proud of my progress, and I don't want to alter my builds. I just want to keep building what I have and keep what I have. So yeah, like, it's tough because people are protective. So I kind of think that this contest was a good idea for this theme, and I think this is about right. I actually thought there were going to be less entries, personally. I thought 1 page, maybe 15 was always going to get. Yeah,
so good luck to everyone who has submitted. Like we said, results will probably be next Thursday's prime time, or if not, the Thursday after that.
The 12th or the 19th. So, because there's not too many entries, I think there's hope it will be the one on the 12th. So, who knows? If not, we'll keep people informed in the Discord and whatnot, really, on what's what. So, very interesting contest. It also goes to show some people don't like submitting the themes in their generic areas as well. So, conscious feedback. I mean, here's a good question for myself. Will I tear down my backroom for another themed backroom contest?
In a year's time? If it's like this time next year, and it's like, oh, what Chinese New Year is it next year?
It'll be Rat. Is it Rat? Yeah, I can't remember. I could Google.
Zodiac.
It is the 2027 Chinese New Year. I swear to God, it's Rat. We're gonna get a special Kuwaker flu. That's all I know. Yeah. No, considering it's a niche, very niche theme, I think we've actually got more entries than I thought. Yeah.
So after it was Year of the Goat next year.
Oh, the goat. Oh, interesting.
You just give your horse mural horns.
Yeah, just
job done.
just shorten it a little bit and put horns on it and just remove the mane. Yeah. Oh well. I've just re-seen Regrets again. It's crazy. Very, very interesting. Lots to consider. Lots and lots to consider. Rat isn't until 2032. Fair. Yep. Cool. Perfect. Sorry, I'm not May Rose. I don't have the whole Zodiac in front of me with triangles and axe and hammers or whatever the signs are. But yeah. No. Well, chat. We've been at this for a long time. Pyro, once again, it's going to be a long video.
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah. I am so desperate for a piss. Let's wrap this up.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No regrets is like enlist with the sewer stallions today, bro. If enlisting will help me build half as good as that, I'm signing up right away.
Yep. So before we jump off, thank you to Pyro for joining me and going through the winners. Subscribe to his YouTube, PyroRock9876. He has some new vendor guides out recently, and his Vista Suite showcase with Gemzsie. So I'll link them in the description. Go check them out. I even judged that one, and that was great fun. I've not really been too active on the YouTube. I've done HhallgrimH's Orbiter showcase, which I had to redo, and I've hopefully redeemed myself in the eyes of the community. So I will leave that in the description as well. It's honestly one of, if not my favourite Orbiter I've ever seen, with the amount of mechs. And there's a black hole planet in there, like what isn't to love? It's crazy. So that's super fun. But we will be back for more dojo tours soon. Our next tour will be Acton in our alliance. You've probably been into their dojo already, so we're looking forward to that.
Super excited for that one. That is a phenomenal dojo. Can't wait for that tour.
Absolutely madness, yeah. So Shorky, you're off the bench next weekend when we get that done. So yeah, you can stop passive aggressively hitting on me in chat. So thank you very much for joining us. It was a pleasure, one and all. I'm super excited to find out who wins. If I win, prepare for the most unbearable human being on earth, but you have all the right...
you're going to be fucking insufferable if you win.
But if I lose, you have all rights to hammer down and make my life hell for the next couple of months. So I can't wait to see the memes. Can't wait to see the memes regardless. So very interesting. But I do think Regrets or Kylesith will win anyway. But right, so we will catch you guys soon. Thank you very much for joining us, and subscribe to some of our platforms, and we'll see you soon. All right, bye.
Peace.